here's the other thing. Oh.
Hey! We're live, people. Hopefully our mics are on. The audio should be working. I have no idea. It is working. Hip, hip, hooray. Welcome to Improbable Wargaming. My name is Steven. We're joined today with two other of our members, if you will. I'm the biggest member.
How am I the shortest right now? I don't understand.
You just look at the camera. That's usually the rule of thumb, right? But either way, my name's Steven. What's your name again?
I'm Brandon.
That's right.
And Trevor.
We got to work on your emotions. You're like, my name's Brandon.
It made me come here.
Oh, no.
They're forcing me into slave labor.
There you go.
He bought all these Marines.
Yeah, today we're building lots of Horus Heresy stuff, painting Horus Heresy stuff, and then just shooting the breeze. You know, before we get too far, you know, if you're first time checking this channel out, you know, hit that like, hit that subscribe, check out that bell icon. We got affiliate links below. All of it helps the channel. We've got Patreons. We've got monthly giveaways. We're giving away the Leviathan box set this month. And then, as always, thanks to JC and Hobby for giving us a local place to buy, play, and hang out with our friends. Monument Hobbies for giving us the supplies we need to paint and build our models. And then 3D6 Wargaming for giving us these wonderful objective markers that we are doing a terrible job keeping them clean. We have to order another set. We'll have a hobby set and we'll have a game set.
Yeah, we keep using them on the hobby days. So
yeah, so they're getting a little dirty, but that's okay. We'll order another set. Probably I need a set to travel with as well. But and then we've got a case, which is what I'm using whenever I'm taking my armies around. So there you go. Let's get into it. Let's start building crap.
Oh man.
And painting crap.
So much. Oh man, you're already making headway on that guy.
Yeah. What the hell, bro?
That's what I use for the Praetor for the Dark Angels and
a
lot of pieces, man.
A lot of pieces.
Yeah. I'm like a quarter of the way through this, bro.
Well, I actually did it without the cape. And the no tabard. I cut that stuff out and I just used a couple of normal shoulder pads.
You're like, no.
But then I realized he's like a chunky boy.
Yeah.
So like I had to use bigger shoulder pads that I had.
Oh, I got you.
From some older resin models. And now he doesn't look like he's got tiny little pauldrons.
Too funny. Well, let's see here. I need to get over to our chat so we can see if anyone's even in there.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm so bad. Like one of these days I got to fix where the chat comes back on the screen. I've been terribly lazy about doing it.
He's like a chunky boy. Chunky boy.
Chunky boy. But we'll leave that there. We'll see if anyone shows up to hang out. But since we got to build these models, we might as well stream it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What do we got? This seems like this backpack goes with this. But,
so, Steven, what all have you bought for these Imperial Fists? Because that's what you guys are building for.
Building Imperial Fist. I bought 2 starter boxes. I've got 9 bikes. I've got Sigmund. I've got, I always say his name wrong. Sigismund. And then we got Fafnir here. We've got 2 groups of Phalanx Wardens, 2 groups of the Brother Templar, whatever.
Templar Brethren,
yep. So we got all that coming together to make a mighty force.
You got 20 Brethren and 20 Wardens?
Yeah.
Dang.
So didn't
that
you
is
like
awesome.
2 Aged Darkness boxes?
Yeah, I did 2 Aged Darkness boxes. My plan is to get 1 more box of tactical, I would love to get, I'm going to get the 4s, I think, because they're the only ones you can get your hands on. And then I'll build
4s are good for those brethren.
Because I want to build 2 more, like 1 more block of 20 of the phalanx. I think just to have them and then be done.
Yeah.
And
with 40 of them, that's an army by itself.
Yeah. Well, there's 600 points. No, they're 500 points for 20 in 1 big unit.
Really?
Yeah. So you could bring 2 blocks that just march up the side.
Now I feel really bad about that game that I threw Angron at Fafnir and a bunch of wardens.
Yeah.
And like. He left his little or no, he didn't leave his command squad. Command squad died.
Okay.
He's just by himself, charges into Fafnir and I think maybe 10 wardens and just murders them.
Oh no. But he kind of should, right?
Yeah, he should. Primarchs are a different level.
Oh,
so I was glad to finally get one, on the stream and actually fighting stuff.
Yep. You got your phone on by chance?
I do.
Not you. I know you.
Oh yeah, me.
Oh. Yeah, because we're the only ones in there. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with the biggest thing that's going on right now is we've got multiple events going on. So we're competing.
Oh, yeah.
The hard part about us streaming on the weekends is that we're competing very heavily with a lot of live streaming, tournament play and stuff. So that has affected our numbers, So it may be something where we end up moving back to playing during the weeks, but we'll see because a lot of people aren't available or don't want to stay up late, and that makes it reasonably hard to get things going sometimes. Oh, I like that a lot. But Fafnir seems like a real cool model. I'm excited to get Rogel Dorn on the table too, though. Next month I'll be ordering Rogel Dorn and the other 2 characters. I'm gonna flush out this Legion for sure, and then at that point, it may be with how much it would cost to field the White Scar army I want to field. It's gonna take it'll probably take a couple months to save up because it's gonna be a large chunk of Forge World. And it should be just
because those the Keshigs on bike, the golden Keshigs,
that's where that makes them expensive.
It's one guy's like $50 or
60.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And then you got the champion, right? So then the champion's separate too. So and the problem is they didn't make these bikes here. They didn't make these bikes convertible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't have like close combat options on them, do they?
No,
so you
besides,
can't even.
So the Lance, if Forge World would just sell the Lance, you could convert these to it, to save a considerable amount of money.
because that's 65 for 3 of them, so
exactly.
they're literally third the price.
Yeah, exactly. And then because you could fill 2 units of 5 of them, right? And so you're looking at like what was it? Basically, $150 for 1 unit, and then so you feel 2, and you're like $300 on the table.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it's minimum, right? I mean, it might be even more, but I remember everything I put together was like $1,200 of Forge World models. I was like, it would be a fun to play this, and then of course you got to toss in the fact that I've got to get all these too,
Yeah, Then
and these are sold like
there's
it's hard to get these. I was lucky to get the ones I got.
Really?
Oh yeah, they're still sold out almost everywhere. So. Gosh. Which is another reason why I like JCD and Hobby, because they got shit.
He
that's
doesn't mess around. He actually tries his hardest to get that stuff that's continuously out of.
Oh yeah, so it's nice to be able to go over there and hit them up and hang out. So, let's get these hands on. I love that he's wielding double axes, though. There's just something way cool about that.
Is his sword really hanging real low?
It's like on his butt. Yeah, here's you can use that. It's
a
right
little
there.
reference.
Yeah,
that's dumb.
Yeah, it's kind of it's like a backup dagger. I mean, he's got a 2-handed sword, so
there you go. That's funny.
He just dangling real low.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Those are really cool. I do love that model. I was not totally sold on those Praetors. They came in the starter box.
Yeah.
Finally got them together, and I'm like, all right, no, these are actually pretty cool. And it wasn't hard to build him without a cape.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of green stuff to get because I didn't like the front tabard, and I just had to make a crotch piece for him. But that wasn't terribly hard. I mean, I did the one on that one hobby stream. I was just learning how to do hoods.
So when you did the silver bumps, did you do them first or second when you did the knobby things on there? What was your order of operation?
I think I did. I don't know. I've painted these armies at lightning speed.
Sure.
So I think I did it very last.
Okay.
Because the goal is to actually not get the entire bump. You really just need the top 75% of it.
Yep.
Oh.
And then
and then it's like an illusion of that the whole thing is there.
Yeah, it's really weird. But yeah, it's like an illusion. That's a good way to put it.
Okay.
I do it the same way.
I figured I'd ask.
And then once you wash it or put some kind of shading down on it, it just looks really natural and it looks just right.
Nice.
And especially if you're doing it by brush, being able to do that wide area in one coat, and not having to be too going around all the bumps. It keeps it a lot smoother.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Yeah, it was definitely something I was curious about. What is up with this? What is this? Is this his face?
And there are lots of studs on a lot of Heresy models too.
I've noticed that it's like a big thing for them.
Yeah. So the the lore behind it, right?
No, tell me.
So it's it's because everyone's in this massive attrition fight, and the studs are actually rivets of bolting their armor back together.
Huh.
So it's been so when someone has a shoulder pad that's got these studs on them, it's because their shoulder pad has been destroyed or disconnected from the under or the arm armor.
Okay.
Then they just rivet it back in and
wow.
Yeah, it's actually a weaker armor and but it's a cool way to be this is my veteran unit instead of like a regular tactical squad. That's kind of a cool difference you can make.
Yeah, interesting.
It sounds like a convenient excuse to have shoulder pads that are in 2 pieces.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh yeah, it's meant to have a crack in it.
Yeah, it's totally. It's got 4 pages of lore about it in the rule book.
I love it. There you go. Yeah, that rule book is a beefcake for sure.
Yeah, a lot of it really is fluff though.
Oh, I noticed.
Which is cool because it kind of gets people that are just getting into heresy, like it tells you everything that's happened.
Yeah.
Because at this point now, in our world, like almost the entire story has been written. We're at the Siege of Terra. We're at the end of it where we're building up to Horus and the Emperor finally fighting.
Gotcha.
And they've turned that, just like the Hobbit movies, into 3 books for 1 fight. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it seems like it's a lot to read no matter what. For sure.
Yeah, the Siege of Terra stuff is really good though, because then you get a lot of like interactions of how the Marines think of each other and how debased the traitors are at this point.
Yeah, because they're pretty messed up at the point when they get there.
Yeah, like the first Legion to get on Terra was a bunch of Death Guard.
Oh, okay.
And they're drop podding in, and I think it was from a militia soldier's point of view, and they're like, I don't even understand what they are. Like, I've seen Space Marines, but these aren't Space Marines. Because they're just so deranged or so deformed by the time they get to Terra.
I got you. Yeah, because they're all just being taken over by demons at this point. Oh, these arms are rough. Come on.
So I've only read like the first 4 or 5 Horus Heresy books, and
the critical ones.
Yeah, and Dan Abnett did such a great job.
Oh my gosh.
And like the character of Garvio Loken, like it makes you want to play that character.
Yes, he is like the most human of all of them. Yeah. Like and you get to see his point of view.
Interesting. We're both just holding things together.
Yeah, it's just how it goes.
Yeah, I'm just like, do. It's like, please keep your arms where they need to be. I mean, this guy here, he's very complex as well. I mean, he's double weapons, shoulder pads separate, the whole 9 yards. I mean, they really made something complicated. I mean, he even has a small sword hanging like here that I got attached to him. So he's got this little sword. He's like, 2 axes are not enough. I've got this sword too, bro.
Oh my gosh.
And then it's like, oh no. Oh, the wife's calling. Well, she
just walked up, so maybe she needs something important.
Yeah,
we can handle it while you take care of that.
Yeah. I don't have the car keys though.
Oh.
I parked to the side of.
Oh, I do have car keys.
Oh.
She could have just hollered at us.
We'll hold down the fort.
Yeah.
No worries.
So you've read the first 3 that are about Isvan.
Yeah.
And then you said was there one more that you read?
Well, I at that point I got kind of out of order, and then I went to the ones that were the Ultramarine stuff. With,
the Calth?
The Calth stuff, yeah.
Okay, that's not a bad place.
I think that's like number 7.
Oh, after the first 3, I don't know what the order is, man. But that's not a bad place to actually continue on to, because that talks into kind of how no one else even knew about the betrayal. And the Ultramarines are just like, what are you doing? Because you got to remember, like, the Word Bearers were on Isfahan 5 killing a bunch of loyalists.
Right.
So, and, like, part of the line, I'll never forget, like, in the beginning of that, oh, gosh, what is that first book called for Calth? I can't remember.
Whew, we're back.
I think it has Calth in the name, if I remember.
Yeah,
that seems like a wisecrack.
I can't remember, but there's like a word bearer that like goes on to like his old Ultramarine friend's ship, and he's like, hey brother, haven't seen you in a while. And the Ultramarine's like, oh yeah, what new enemies have you learned to kill? And the word bearer is like, many new things.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, getting serious.
And then they go and have dinner, and that's when Lorgar starts his.
What is he
attack on Calth, man. It's crazy. Like, that entire book is just like, this is what it would be like to be on the planet when the sky above is just falling. Like, I remember there's one chapter where they're just describing like bane blades and fell blades falling from the sky and exploding on mountains, and like so much stuff's exploding. Like, rivers are upending and flooding the fields of soldiers and killing them all. Like, it kind of shows like, you know, all these orbital battles we all think of as cool is like, well, the planet underneath is also getting like annihilated.
Huh. Okay, so this guy has two choices. He can hang this little sword from his shield, or he can have his helmet on his shield. The helmet seems cooler.
Yeah.
That's always I want to paint the head, but I also want to have his helmet with him. Default thing.
Yeah, this one you get that choice, so I like that.
Yeah. I like having choices.
Yeah, some of these, you know, it's interesting when GW will give some games things that you don't get in others, like this level of control of what you're able to add. Because this one, the head's clearly not meant to be worn. They want you to have his face out, right? So then, so this is interesting. Okay, it's weird. It's like it's in a little sack. The helmet is.
What?
Yeah, seriously, it's like a little sack.
What the heck?
You can't see the eyes or anything.
It's like wow, that is really weird.
Yeah, he's just like literally just hanging his helmet.
Like a leather little strap there.
Yeah. Yep, he just threw it in there.
Like a helmet hammock.
There you go. I love it. I love it. Let's see here. Let's get this guy's head on because he's about done. Just got a couple little things to attach. Oop. Why, that would be the way Chaos would want it done. Oh, there we go. I remember when he first came out, he sold out so fast.
Oh, Fafnir?
Yeah, he was like gone in a heartbeat.
He makes an already pretty good Legion pretty better.
Well, and you know, which is nice about him because you know a lot of all the rest of the characters are locked behind Forge World.
Yeah,
he's straight up available. So that's also nice.
You can pick him up at any store.
Yep, you don't have to do any special order, nothing.
Yeah.
So here I am.
Which I know, like, and if some people are like kind of weary about like ordering from Forge World, a lot of people, if you ask around, like people try and like they'll do like group orders to get that free shipping.
Oh yeah, if you're only ordering a little bit, yeah.
Like say like I just need like a bunch of transfer sheets. You know, I'll probably just next time I see somebody asking, I'll be like, hey, just order them whatever transfers I can get because the goal I want by the end of next year is probably more reasonable is to have every Legion.
Yeah, I get that.
Every single Legion having like a 3,000 point army form for the channel.
Oh wow, there you go.
Jeez. Mr. Moneybag.
Which, well, the thing is, I've been sitting on like a couple hundred Space Marine bodies for years, you know, and just I went and I keep digging through like old bits boxes, and I'm like, oh, there's more sets of legs and bodies.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Just been collecting for a long time.
Then you get you some legs and arms, and you're good. Yeah.
Yep. So
I gotta clean this up and then figure out how to attach this damn shield.
I see why you didn't want to use this cape.
Yeah, it's huge. That was my thing. Is like he's already like on a 40 mil base, which is more than he really should. And
that's interesting.
The shoulder pads he does come with though are really cool though. Yeah, because it's like a big studded one. And
there we go. So then this needs to attach, but it goes this way.
As long as you're using for those normal tacticals though, with the shoulder pads being split, if you use the plastic glue on them, it kind of helps like seal them together.
Yeah,
it's a lot less visible when you go to paint them. Not perfect, but
for the most part anymore, if I can use a plastic glue on whatever I'm using it. It's like because the local town I'm in, the local train shop has this, and it's called Faller plastic glue. It's meant for it's meant for trains and like that and like scale diorama stuff, but it has this needle tip, and it's so nice when it comes to building kits.
Interesting.
Because you can get it exactly where you want it.
Yeah, and you're using less of it too, so it's less messy and.
Okay. Oh no.
Well, and also like the plastic glue doesn't like glue your fingers together.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's where I was building my Warhound Titan, the full scale one, and I ended up almost gluing my entire hand to the Titan.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, and like ripping it off was like ripping skin off.
Oh, I bet.
Then I had to go to work, and I was like, "Oh man, this is
super glue is actually pretty bad for you, man."
Yeah, yeah. It turns out it's a chemical reaction with your
Yeah.
with the oils on your skin. So it heats up, burns, and then you can't rip it off.
Also, fun fact: the cyano and cyanoacrylate is for cyanide, so it's really not good for you.
Oh, really? Man, maybe that's what's wrong with me.
Yeah, the answer came through for you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put that part on. Screw that little thing. They got this like tiny little piece of plastic goes between his head and the backpack. I'm like, no, I'm good.
So you could go in the bits box.
Yeah, we're good, bro. We're all good.
Odin von Bismarck. Today's preview included the Imperial Fist Praetor and Tartarus Terminator armor with shield. Really dope sculpt.
Oh man!
I
See,
didn't
this is what I
realize.
get for working nights. I never like.
Yeah, normally I catch that.
I'm
And I
pulling
missed
it
it.
up.
I
I'm
missed it
pulling
as
it
well.
up.
We gotta pull it up, people.
Yeah, this is probably too cool.
Thanks for letting us know, though.
Yeah, man.
It's
Thanks
like-
for being on the ball.
Yep, you got this.
I've gotten too much into just World Eater mode over the years that I tend to forget there's other legions out there.
There's other
Let's
other
see.
factions, bro.
This
Bunch
one's
of-
not blue. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
bunch of
I don't know what to
silly
do with this.
40k stuff. Oh, they made inquisitorial agents. I haven't seen that one.
Ooh, those are always cool.
I'm having a real hard time attaching this. Jesus Christ, people.
The one I-
Oh, bro.
Okay.
That's
Oh.
cool.
What we
That
got?
is
talking
sick.
about chonky boys.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
and he's got a
dope.
shield too.
And he's
huh?
got a shield, so he could like lead some Huskarls and.
Is he Forge World or is he?
Let's see.
That's the big question.
It doesn't say specifically, I think. No, but this is all the pre-order stuff, so it should be on. Should be able to find it
I got you.
if it's on GW.
There we go. So
New
he,
and exclusive.
well, this guy's done at least. That's one down.
Yeah.
Dang, you guys are quick at building, man. I'm
Oh, yeah, you know.
pre-orders. Or is this what goes on pre-order next weekend?
It's probably next week, so it's not like it's not gone or anything. But
Man,
yep.
it's probably a Forge World one. That's how typically the characters are, but they've done some like Zephin that we got here now.
Yeah.
Going with the Blood Angels
Check
and
this out.
Fafnir and
I'm gonna crack
might
some
be
bikes open.
plastic, man.
Get to the bikes today. Well, I
Oh,
figured,
you want to go straight to the bikes? Okay.
yeah, I feel like they'll be fun to knock out, and at least I want to see some of them, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I want to know how many pieces they are, because
yeah,
I don't get a good view of I can't look at the sprue previews and really kind of understand. Like, I got to see it in person to
yeah.
really understand what's going on.
No, that makes sense. We're just gonna go through, make sure everything's empty.
Yeah.
Voila. It's it. Yeah, they do. So they do
Gold
come with a
up.
sheath chainsaw they put on the front of the bike. That's interesting. And then
There is a shield. That's weird.
yeah,
A little
so-
strange.
there you go. Interesting. But it's so they can come with a Volkite, a plasma cannon, multi-melta, or a heavy bolter.
Yeah. So the Volkite's only 5 points, and it's like you gain that deflag rate rule on top
Hey,
of like
Golda.
a heavy boulder.
Good to see you coming to watch us hang out, and
Oh,
we're
yeah,
building
man.
lots of Horus Heresy today. So thanks for coming, Mr. Man. Oh, these are interesting. So we just put those
Yep.
there.
Let that all
Oh, they
solid
got
up
the new
before I put
ones.
this cape on.
Yep, we got some new bases. We got. So here's what. Oh, this is a pretty good size model though. I mean, look at. I mean, there's.
Oh yeah, no, those bikes are huge. Yeah,
Yeah, this will be neat. Let's see what it wants me to do first.
I mean, it's
What are
always
you guys up to today? Yeah, go ahead. I don't know. I think we're running with this Legion. It's almost worth bringing the heavy bolters just because the fact you get +1 to your ballistic skill.
Yeah, I guess that
They
is a
could
good point.
use them to
yeah.
mow down units versus shooting into
I
like
still
tanks.
like having at least one in a squadron with a multi-melta.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So
idea.
like they can still. So like if you run against like a bunch of Terminators, you at least got one gun that might double them out, or a tank. Like
that's
you
true. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I mean, it's not bad just to go straight anti-vehicle, and then if you don't shoot into vehicles, whatever gets hit's going to get wrecked.
Yeah. Well, and with what you're gonna have 9 of them, you could do like 3 multi-meltas, 6 heavy bolters,
Yeah.
and then you could just run an all melta squad, or they could
My
be all.
my plan was kind of run them in a unit of 2 4s and just have an extra bike just in case, you know.
Okay.
Is kind of where I'm looking at because you can run 2 units. So I
Mhm.
could have a multi-melta unit and then the heavy
Okay.
You know,
yeah.
as well, or I can go 2 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
I
variety,
like that.
some kind of support options. So
Because I know what I've read and talked to people is like you don't want like just one squad all multi-melta because they're gonna get targeted and shot off the board.
Yeah,
really
that's true, right? You got to hide them real well. And then,
hide them and like they've got so much movement, you're not gonna struggle to hide them behind stuff.
You know, it's interesting with I'm sure you knew this already, but with the Imperial Fists, they have a reaction. Their army reaction is it's the same as yours.
Yeah, but all you have to do is move to them.
Yeah, and then because they charge you during the movement
but they
phase.
only get their charge distance is only their initiative plus a d6.
Yes.
So but it's in the movement phase, so they can't even shoot you. Where I have to like get shot at for at least one.
Yeah,
round,
they don't have to worry about
which is
Overwatch.
why I think it's even better. I like the Imperial Fist one's better. I think.
Yeah, I think so too because they can avoid Overwatch. You're just like, oh, you move towards you charge.
Yeah. Come on. Get
So
the
that's
paint on.
I think that's pretty good. So Gold, are you building any Tyranid today? What are you up to, bro? What are you up to?
Yeah, he's got quite the horde going on of.
Yeah, he does.
Like he's got like everything. He's got like all the big critters and.
Yeah, he's truly a collector of that army.
Yeah, I always love to see people getting like everything of an army. I think that's so cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's where I'm at. I like having everything because especially as a competitive player, stuff changes all the time. And
oh yeah.
If you don't have everything and at least in the correct quantities and stuff, you're in trouble. Because you'll just be like, oh, I guess I'm not playing for a while, or I'm just gonna play a very subpar list or whatever. So it's one of those kind of deals for sure. Oh, but then sometimes it's also important just to round out your army because you need if you really love them, you want to play them in different ways.
Yeah.
So lots of choices. So
that's what I did with my Imperial Guard. I'm like, you know what? I really like tanks. Why magnetize them when I can just buy 3 of every variant?
There you go. That's hilarious.
You doing helmets? I'm guessing.
Helmets are fine. Yeah. Helmets are totally fine. I just didn't. He's the only one I had no choice because his helmet is only. Yeah.
You got something that I could throw bits in?
No. We probably have a little box around somewhere.
Here, how about this cup here?
No, they're full of stuff.
Oh, be careful! Geez, yeah, they're full of stuff.
You're alcoholic.
Oh man, you're drunk.
You drunk bastard. But there's a box. There's a box over there.
Alcohol?
No.
Oh, yeah, I was like,
I get you booze if you need some booze.
Yeah, I was like, geez, are we drinking?
But right there, that'll work. That'll be a good bits box. Then I can throw stuff in there too.
Because I still am taking muscle relaxers.
Hey, Mr. Flock. Yeah, I didn't go to Iowa because the wife really wanted me to stay home, be with the family. So we kind of did that. And then decided not to record Iowa just because getting it all back here for Monday's stream was just really asking too much. And so we're not really set up to go and, be mobile right now. So we're just going to stick like this. And we added Horus Heresy Army to the stream that we got Trevor painting Dark Angels and Blood Angels. We've got myself and Brandon building stuff for the Horus Heresy. We're just kind of doing try to get as much done as we can. We're going to probably knock out a couple of these sessions here and there.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not all of them being filmed just because we just need to get stuff done. But
no, but it's plenty of stuff to do for these hobby ones or just hangout videos.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We've got so much to do. Like, my big thing is I've got some orc stuff to get done for Flying Monkey Con. And then from Flying Monkey Con, I'm going to be, while that's done, I'm building nothing but GSC. Just going ham on that. So lots to do. Not much.
Dragon King's working to get 10,000 points.
That's my
boy right there.
There you go, man.
That's the way to live.
There you go. Yep, that is nothing wrong with that.
If you love an army, don't settle. Get it all.
That's commitment.
Yeah. I mean, if you love an army and that's all you want to play, I mean, there's no reason to own. You don't have to own multiple armies, right? You don't have to.
No.
Jesse Purvis. I think I know you.
Hey, I know 2 of the guys here. Hi, Brandon. Hi, Trevor. Ooh. Well, I don't know. I'm assuming it's you 2 since he mentioned you 2 specifically.
Yeah,
you're from Perry, right?
You're from Prairie? Ooh.
That's where I grew up.
That's where the flirting begins. Oh, boy. Here we go.
Either that or Boy Scouts, one of the 2.
That's funny. But I don't see Trevor as being a Boy Scout.
I got kicked out.
You got kicked out?
Yeah, that's what I was expecting to
do. Yeah, the World Eater guy got kicked out for fighting.
Yeah, they're like, you're too violent.
Yeah.
I'll show you violent.
Yeah.
Oh, Warren, good to see you. I love the Heresy kits, and I love all of the extra bits that are left over. Yeah, there'll be definitely lots of bits left over. Hey Warren, do you have a Horus Heresy army? I know you have 40k stuff, and I know you know that. But what else you got going on? We could always use someone come on and play some Horus Heresy from time to time.
Yeah, man, because we're starting to have like a bunch of different legions. You know.
Oh yeah, for
if
sure.
you got a Heresy army, hit us up, and you know, we'll try and figure out a date. And...
For sure. My goodness, where is this bit? Okay, so this, they call things A5, and then I don't see an A anywhere, you know?
Oh, the A's like in the corner. How in the hell?
There we go. I think this is definitely the bit I'm looking for this
that?
one part.
Oh, you're building the bikes too. Yeah, I haven't built those. I have no idea.
Yeah, this is going to be the first time building a bike,
Yeah.
so it's going to be interesting. They
So
have
not work with this guy?
I like that they call...
Jesse, I'm trying to think. The name sounds familiar, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
man,
for
I'm trying
sure.
to put a face to it.
If I
Put a
saw your
face
face,
to it?
I'd know who you were.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I know a few Jessies.
I know a few Jessies. I love it. It's Jesse's girl.
That's a
Because there was a Jesse I used to play like 40k with like all the time.
Oh, yeah. I was in Scouts
Scouts in
in
Woodward.
Woodward,
Oh, yeah.
but live in Johnston now. I know Trevor through all the 40k things.
Yeah.
Oh,
I used to be hyper competitive. See, that's the thing. Like, I do 30k and trying to have fun. Still
Yeah.
play like strong lists, but I used to be a toxic 40k player, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I love it.
that's
Tell me
probably-
more about how hot you were.
oh yeah, no, it was bad.
It was bad.
I did Art Boys stuff and went to the finals a couple of years, and
Oh, nice.
yeah, got to see people really have meltdowns.
Oh, no. Oh, I don't know if I'm enjoying building this bike right now. Oh, no. It's like there's pieces I'm missing. It seems they're not missing. It's just I gotta figure out this kit. It's very different. But
Sounds kinda
Whoa,
good,
Odin's got counting his heresy forces. I'm sitting on roughly 2/3 of a full chapter's worth of Marines.
oh,
Dang, that's a lot.
bro.
The march to a full chapter will not end until it's finished.
Oh wow, that is some serious collecting right there.
I love that, man. I don't even have that many world eaters.
What
man.
chapter are
Jeez.
you collecting? I didn't see.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, what are you collecting
What
there?
do you got?
Odin, are you a lover of skulls and blood or what?
Is this guy on one of these?
That is definitely not his.
No,
base.
No,
it's
that's a
not.
bike
I was like,
base.
why is this here?
Oh, if it came out of the starter box, it's probably for the Dreadnought.
That's the Dreadnought.
yeah, the
one.
Dreadnought base. Yeah.
I was like, why
Yep.
is this in front of me?
It's just because it came out of the box. You silly guy.
Dragon King says, "What? Do you want to try to do an APOC game?" Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, well
That's,
there you go.
Oh man, I love big games too.
Yeah,
That's the-
we're definitely going to be doing that. It's on hold, right, because of GW. We don't know when it's kicking back off, but we're excited to find out. That's
Have
for
they
sure.
said they're going to do more APOC rules for 10th?
that? No
The
idea.
last edition of them were really cool, but it was so much of a different game. It was kind of hard to, people don't want to learn a new rule set just to play big games.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know we're basically doing initiative-based turns and stuff, so they're definitely experimenting with this initiative-based alternating the turn, your turn stuff. So
Oh yeah.
it's definitely going to be a little different. We can guarantee that.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
Fun fact.
Oh,
Fun fact
Boy Scouts was my first experience ever
with a boy.
No. with wargaming. We had this. There was this big gaming lock-in where like everyone brought their game systems and stuff, and some people brought a big table. And I think, for what I remember at the time, I had no fucking clue what it was.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it was bolt action.
Oh, bolt action.
Oh,
Yeah,
And I
there you go.
remember
There's
seeing it
another
and being
game.
like, "This is cool." But I was also
yeah.
like 6, and I was like, not 6.
I need to
I was
play
like
Age of
10.
Sigmar since I have my Iron Jaws painted. Oh, there you go. There you go.
My very first introduction to 40k was that I went to some random hole-in-the-wall game store. I don't even remember the name of it.
Yep.
But they were doing like a demo game. They're like, "Hey, you ever heard of like 40k?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like 8 years old. We were looking for Pokemon cards, and this guy's like, "Check out this truck full of orcs," and it's like 3rd edition orcs, and he's just got a mountain of orcs piled up, and he's like, "If you move this, anyone who falls off dies." And that's where I was like, "This game's hilarious."
That's the old rule.
The old rules.
I remember
for
there was
trucks,
no
yeah.
limit on how many you could stuff in there, but you had to physically put them on there. Yeah, and if something fell off, they took a mortal wound.
Yep.
So it was hilarious.
Yeah.
So yeah, the older 40k was way more silly than
Yeah.
it is now, but it's still a hoot. For 40k homebrew chapter and 30k a mix of Iron Hands and Loyalist Sons of Harris. Oh, you already
Oh,
messed up, bro,
cool.
because that's Luna Wolves. They don't call themselves Sons of Horus no more. The first thing they did was middle finger. Loken was like, middle finger, we're back.
We're good. Well,
You touching
That
my
pretty-
papers,
took
sir?
a little
What the
beating.
hell, bro? What's up?
Abaddon did screw him up pretty hard. He
That seems to be the case. Well, I was reading the stuff, and everyone in the chapter already thought that Abaddon was a clone of Horus. So it's interesting that they're.
I don't think they ever like really said that's not true either. Like,
No, they've never have, and even in the 40k lore, they've come back saying that again. So it seems to be the thing that, that he is his clone for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, if they keep hinting at something, it's probably true.
Yeah, because why else would they just keep telling us that?
Yeah,
I'm in the same boat.
Unless he's
I
a
really
clone
wish
of
they
the
would-
Emperor.
That'd
No,
be
Abaddon's
that'd be
not
weird.
that cool. Abaddon's kind of lame.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird.
Yeah.
I wish they would give us an actual physical model of Loken, because I don't think there is one.
Yeah, there is. There is.
Yeah, so on the Forge World set, it comes with Abaddon, and they're like dual or running.
Yeah,
at
they're
each
running
other.
each other in a duel.
Yeah.
So
I think it is an older kit. I think it's the first one of the duels that they did, and they did a few of them.
Yeah, I bet it is.
They did 2 minis.
I'm pulling it up.
Yeah, it's actually a cool model because he's running at the enemy. He's not standing there posing for GQ.
Memories
or
are coming
something.
up.
There it is.
Says, I remember Trevor playing an all Imperial Guard tank army and
Oh, yeah.
making a guy he was playing rage quit.
Oh yeah, I like yeah. All right, I know who you are, Jesse, because he saw me in all my bad days of 40k playing the cheese.
We didn't know he had a bad reputation. That's it. He's out of here, guys. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
We're escorting him out of the building.
That's why I don't play
officially.
40k.
Well, we need you back
People like playing 30k against me because
you cheat.
no, I'm just bad at the rules. I'll give you that. I might be
A little bit of cheating going on.
So cool.
just a tad, just enough.
How did I not know this existed?
What?
Yeah, I think it was one of the
yeah.
very first.
I've seen
I
it.
think it was Angron, and then they made that, and then they went on to.
Well, the fun part is I've seen this in person because this is taken from Warhammer World where they have it on display, and no, it looks cool to me. It is an older model, you could tell, but it still looks really good.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, if you didn't like the way it looked, you still get it, but then you can kit bash it out a bit.
Yeah.
So with a more modern plastic or something. If you're really wanting to blow $102 just to kit bash.
Yeah.
There are people that do it though.
Is that how much it is?
Yeah, it's $102 for those 2 models.
Honestly, that's not
terrible.
terrible for Forge World a diorama type.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
You get 2 models that you can play with. You get the diorama base. I mean, it's honestly it's not bad.
When Sanguinius came out with his dead demon on his base
Yeah,
as a diorama, he was like $150.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and you're just getting Sanguinius.
Yeah, the Sanguinius one looks old to me too, though.
I don't like. Yeah, they messed up his
face looks weird to me, and
yep,
he's not my favorite model. Rogel Dorn looks good. Horus looks good.
Horus Ascended looks really sick.
But he's new, right? So
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I have to give him props for that.
Yeah.
I keep telling myself I'm going to build it, and then I get chickened out because I'm afraid to mess him up. I'm tempted just to hand him to you and say, please build him, just because I know you're comfortable
with
with
it, man. I think.
And then we can hand it to this guy to paint it, so then it'll be like, woo.
I would not say no,
because that's a big, amazing showpiece model.
I think after these guys here, I need to get my Warhound finished though.
Yeah. No, I get that.
I started it. It's like halfway done. I got the legs done. That's probably actually 80%.
That's a really good looking one. I mean, that's a good looking
That guy looks so cool.
He looks great with a cape. We can just put him right here with his buddy. We'll have to hand you Sigmund, but you want him clean first.
Well, I could build them and then you can wash them, right?
It's not
no,
recommended.
You need to, you got to wash them and then. So actually, what I do to help not lose pieces is keeping them on the sprue, because
that's a good idea because I see a lot of people just cut them out.
And what I'll do is you get a big bucket that you can swash them around with, and you put a colander in there, like a strainer.
Yeah.
And then that just catches all the pieces, and then you can kind of agitate it a little bit, because you do need to, and then you got to just take a toothbrush, make sure it's scrubbed,
yeah.
let it dry. It's good. I built so many resin models that I actually had the Forge World Bloodthirster too.
Oh, nice.
The giant one, Angarath. That's his name.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys
was
going to start any Star Wars Legion, or is that just a Warhammer channel? Either way is awesome. Like, personally, I love Star Wars, and I wouldn't mind doing it, but the biggest problem is we're really tied up with the Warhammer stuff pretty heavy. We're in a constant state of catch up, if you will. I mean, if someone wanted to come on and demo a game and show us the game and had pre-painted stuff, I wouldn't say no. Like, I would be down to check it out. And the nice thing about the Star Wars game is it's like Kill Team. It's small amount of models, so it wouldn't take us long to be up and running. But I would rather
have a clone army.
Oh, nice. But it would be fun. But this is the Kill Team version of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it would be fun to have on the stream. I think demoing it and seeing if there was an interest might be what we would do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm always into miniature games, and Star Wars has definitely been one of those ones that.
Well, like the new one, Shatterpoint. I think that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah, Shatterpoint's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Shatterpoint is a really small game.
Yeah, that's what's nice about it, though. It's something. If we were gonna bring something on, Shatterpoint is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay.
Because
Legions is the one where like it's not a very big game, but it's not.
It'll still overwhelm us with what we already have to do.
Oh yeah.
So that's my only chime in is. Legion seems cool, but we're a little deep in on this.
Yeah, we're trying to get people just variety in these couple of games so, we can have a bunch of different matchups.
Yep.
And bring, all kinds of stuff.
And as the stream grows, then there's going to be the opportunity for more things added, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Because then it's like, okay, we can do this, okay, we can do that, for sure. So, but like I said, if you got something you want us to showcase and you can come on the stream, well, you can teach either myself or Trevor or Brandon how to play. We'll stream it and see how it goes.
Yeah. Tomorrow night, we're going to be showing a guy, doing a more of a learning game for Heresy, if you guys are interested in that.
That's true. It's going to be a bit of a learning game coming.
Yep, because Doug has not played in a while.
Yep, we got +2 toughness coming onto the stream. He's a much bigger streamer than us, and he's coming on to hang out. It's going to be really exciting.
Yeah.
Max points for Legion is 800 points. Oh, I see you said Legion already. The amount of painting.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. We're just, like I said, Horus Heresy and 40k have really got us dug in deep for the moment. It'd probably be a year before we're ready to add like another game like that.
Something that's like just really different.
Yeah, it's something that different. It requires a big commitment.
Because it also.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
Oh no, it's terrain too. That's kind of
it's different in every way. It's like a huge investment. So.
But it would be kind of cool to play or to have like different kinds of like universe terrain. So like you can play 40k on like a Star Wars table.
Yeah,
It'd be kind of funny having like little astromech droids walking around and like space marines going blah blah blah. That'd be
blah. I love it.
that would be kind of a funny. It'd be cool to kind of do a crossover game.
Yeah, no, I hear you there.
Kind of fun.
Yeah,
the galaxy is vast.
All we can say is we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it 2 years in advance. I call Mandalorians. No one else can do it.
Oh, go ahead.
If they launch a Mandalorian one, there you go.
Overrated scum.
There you go. It's funny.
It's all clones and Imperials for me, man. That's I just love white armor. Don't know why.
Oh boy.
Because
that's fine. I'll play Rebels. I've always been one.
No
yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's
no,
so
you just gotta know how to use oil paints for the white.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
And take some time. You just gotta clean up and then get ready for a good oil wash and.
Yeah. That's how I prefer doing it. White is with oil washes.
Yep. You just prime it, and you know what? The new GW white spray is so good.
Oh, is it? I haven't. Even
you
it.
Can't overspray.
Really?
It doesn't like clog up at all. That's
interesting.
Super clean.
That's real interesting.
Because I painted what 7 Predators in like a month.
Yeah, you did do quite a bit. You've been quite busy.
My wife is not happy with me.
Yeah, mine either, and she knows. There's a reason why I didn't go to Iowa and stuff.
Yeah,
she's like,
right.
there's only so much. Well, she's like, okay, so you're gonna go to Iowa, but you're not playing. You're not gonna stream it. Why are you going again? I was like, okay, I wanted to hang out with my friends.
Your valid questions.
Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna hang out with my friends.
Why do you gotta make so much sense?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, damn you. So I couldn't argue with her. No big deal though. Let's see here.
It will be cool if we can get up streaming at events like that though. That would be
I
really
mean,
sick.
it's something that we have to kind of build for, and we're not we didn't do. So
Yeah.
you know, and honestly, the bigger thing that we want to do is eventually moving to the final studio, if you will, the one that has all the ceiling room we have, you know, all that stuff. And it'll be something where it's full on working studio where it's gonna be full of armies and all sorts of progress and
Yeah.
you know, and all that. So that's kind of the dream, if you will.
Yeah, no more transporting armies every time we got a game.
Yeah, they'll just be here.
Yep.
So that's the and you know, like if you got something you got to go do, you're like, hey, I'm coming to do that. Now that's weird. What is that? Sorry, I'm messing with this and trying to figure it out. But yeah, it's I love streaming, so I can't wait for it to, you know, for everything to keep growing as it is, and we get to where we need to be. We put our application in for being monetized, so hopefully GW is thinking that we're worthy. So that's that going on. There's a lot going on. Busy.
GW.
Just released the Ewoks for Legion. Really? Are you teasing me?
Oh yeah, they have an Ewok army, man.
I didn't realize they had an Ewok army.
Yeah,
that's like for kids and for sure.
Yeah.
Not that that's a sweat. That's just seems like what they're doing, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what they had to do to get episode 6. They're trying to sell it to kids, man.
There you go.
And then now you got people that watched it as a kid.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
and now they're adults. They're like, I want Ewoks.
I'd say that's smart marketing.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't seem like a bad idea at all. I'm just laughing. Like, goddamn, you guys.
This is really interesting how they do this. Because they're doing all the legs, all the torsos, which is kind of neat, rather than having each block be a different dude.
Oh, okay. Interesting,
That's kind of different.
Yeah,
I just kind of wing it when I build models. I don't read instructions a whole lot.
Oh, no.
That's kind of... That's strange.
That's funny. What do you... Like, so I know the ones that I plan on building are going to be armed with the sword, you know, the Borden sword, but that's why we're keeping 10 that are going to be unbuilt for now. But what do you recommend for this first one? Like lightning claws? What is the kind of a weapon that works well for them?
So what I have done, or what I'm trying to do with my world...
Actually, they benefit from their bolters too, though. Their twin bolters should stay on there, huh? Because they get the +1 to their ballistic skill, so
but it's
they're
a
worth shooting.
twin-linked bolter anyways. Like, you're really not going to be hitting any more often than, like, anyone else.
I think you're going to... Well, no, you're going to hit a little more often, because if you're +1, that little could make a difference.
True.
That's one more dead world eater.
Lightning claws out of the box. Lightning claws are kind of... You want at least, like, half the squad there.
Okay.
Because they're going to strike at initiative 4.
Okay.
And so, they're going to, for sure, probably get a chance to attack. And then you can have the other half of the squad having initiative 1 weapons, like the chain fist. Okay. I like to have, like, I prefer, if you're going to bring a power fist, just make it a chain fist. Because
anti-vehicle.
It's, like, typically, like, maybe 5 points more, sometimes the same cost, but you get that armor bane. It's the same strength. It's you know, it's just
better at vehicles.
Yep,
so.
Exactly.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And the lightning claws can't do it, but and then when you're taking your wounds, when they attack you, take all your wounds on your lightning claws first because they've already attacked, and then you're saving your initiative 1 guys.
I gotcha.
So they can fight.
And they're weapon skill 4 though. I mean 5, right? So they're they're still 4.
Terminators are 4s, yeah.
Which is weird because they're like
the veterans, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. It's hard to be sure.
Oh, Robert's coming in. Stuck at work today, but just coming in with a quick whoa!
Yes. Thank you for hanging out, my brother. Like Robert is upgraded his status of a Patreon. He is one of our all-in Patreons, so he's a $10 Patreon now.
Nice.
So because we have the painting one, the all-in, which is that you're not interested in the painting, but you really want to help the channel. So he's doing that, and we really appreciate him. He's been with us for a while now. I've known him for quite a while too. So he's a real great guy, and he loves his Death Guard and his salamanders, and he's actually collecting and working on a Salamander 30k army.
Ooh.
He's just not quite ready because he's been focusing on his world eaters a lot for 40k.
Oh,
but he's been buying them. Oh, that reminds me. I was looking at those Vindicators.
Don't get for heresy?
Yeah.
No.
Are they bad?
They're trash.
Well, I just know they have ordnance.
Yeah, okay. So,
that's why I'm asking you. I haven't bought nothing.
Thing. They're strength 12.
Yes.
It's a small blast. Strength 12 ordnance. So you're rolling 2 dice, and like the lowest score you're ever going to need is a 2 to glance armor 14.
Okay.
because it's because it's
Yeah,
12 plus a dice.
Yeah.
You just roll 2, and it's not AP2, so you also can't like explode tanks with it either. So it's just like it's in a weird spot right now.
What about the siege one?
The Typhon is actually
because there's that siege one too. That
you're talking like the big one, right?
Yeah, because there's 2 versions. There's the Vindicator, and then they have the one where the cannon's kind of on the back, and it's like something siege.
No, it's still up front.
Oh, is it?
It's
It
still,
looks like
yeah,
the picture
it's still
was
up front. Actually, I've got a friend that just is working on his for his Imperial Fist.
Okay.
And he said that we can borrow stuff to help flesh out your fist army. Like we talked about.
I always love fist in my army. So inappropriate.
But
we're never gonna
Typhon. No, the Typhon's actually pretty good because it's a large blast.
Okay.
So and it's brutal 4.
Oh, that sounds good.
Everybody that takes
I was looking at some tanks, trying to see like what I wanted to support my army.
Yep.
And because I know the Scorpions are sold out.
A Scorpion's what you really want, or Scorpius.
Yeah, but they're all sold out, so that you can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
So it's just looking at what our options
are. Even just like the Sakaran Scorpius.
Yeah.
Is not a bad one.
Okay. Oh, that's the one I'm looking for.
Yeah,
I'll have to figure it out, but I'm trying to build my legion in a decent direction.
A Predator is just a cheap.
I
it's
know.
Like 130 points for an autocannon and heavy bolters, so it's hitting on 2s because they're bolter and auto weapons.
Yeah.
And that's just a good like long range. The auto cannon, God, I got 4 of those from my World Eaters.
Oh, nice. So I remember you really like the auto cannons.
Yeah.
And it would make sense in my army where the ballistic skills go up with certain weapons to kind of lean that way too.
Yep, exactly.
So that's a good point. I like that. Thank you for that.
But yeah, the Scorpius is it's kind of like a siege type tank. It fits the theme. I would just keep your eye out for that one because it'd be a very good addition.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. But I think it's fun with any one of them, honestly. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. So
yeah, sadly the Demolisher cannon is just in a weird spot. I'm curious to see if they're going to do like a balance sheet.
That's what people have been asking because it's been a year and they haven't gone through and balanced any of the armies.
Not every army's out yet. They still have demons to do.
Well, but they can still sweep the rest. That's the Space Marines are what really need to be touched up a little bit, I think. But at least that's what people are saying.
No, absolutely, I'd agree with that. 100%.
I like the Space Wolf rule though. It's tempting to get Space Wolf when you look at the fact that they're army-wide run and charge.
Yep.
That's pretty tight. Like
it is.
Because even you wish you had that.
Oh, I do.
You're like, what do you mean I can't just run at you and charge next?
They also have guys that can attack when they die, the Death Sworn. Those are really cool.
Yeah, I mean, if I decided to, because it'd be cheaper for me to do Space Wolves than it would be to do White Scars, at least the way I want to do White Scars. They would
look up the cost of the Grey Slayer kit.
I'd have to look, but
it's almost.
Well, you saw the picture. It was $1,200.
Yeah.
For the White Scar core Forge World set that you'd want to build towards. If you were really gonna do like the way they are in the book, right? They're all mounted. They're not running around on foot unless they're Terminators trying to redeem themselves from their past mistakes.
Yep.
So a real White Scar army is definitely not cheap. At least in the way I look at it. So
I think you could like convert up like the golden Keshigs with the spears.
Oh yeah.
I think you could definitely find some bits to convert.
Yeah, I like
to kind of make it cheaper. But
dude, this bike is taking a little while to build, but I have to say, as I'm learning how to build it, I'm liking it quite a bit.
Are the front weapons? Is that looking like it's modular at all?
It's magnetizable, but I wouldn't call it modular at all.
Okay, it's not like the Lehman Russ Sponson guns that can just go in and out. No,
I mean this is a really easy thing to magnetize. So you could, because I mean, look at that. I mean, it goes in like this, right? Really simple. You have the other option. I don't know what this weapon is. Maybe a culvert or whatever. I'm gonna say culvers, Volkite. But you know what I mean? They're all can go in like that. So a simple magnet wouldn't be bad.
And you got plenty of space in there to put a magnet too. It's not like you got to drill it out or
boom. Yeah, it's not much. I'd probably put a little green stuff in here and then drill a little bit and then place a magnet. But it's doable.
I actually, through magnetizing all my Titanicus Titans, I've found that I actually like just putting like a steel, a steel plate
We
where
got
I
a Patreon
can.
question for you, my brother,
Yeah.
if I may interrupt you.
Yeah.
So we've got, it is, what do you think about the Kratos?
Ooh, boy. I have seen it in play, and it's really cool, and it's got some cool guns,
It's bad, people.
and it looks awesome. It's mid.
It's mid.
Like
okay.
it's not it. So it's a real. It's kind of what we talked about, like when Ned was on the channel.
Yeah.
You can build. It's really like if you want to build a really nasty heresy list, it's possible.
It's
very
not
possible. Unbeatable.
Yeah.
The Kratos is one of those like I don't want to have like a like if you bring. Okay,
You can get there.
I'm rambling.
He's rambling, people. Forgive him.
If you like want to bring a bunch of contemptors, that like the Kratos is a good like. I'm not trying to win at all costs.
Yeah.
You know, and I like having a really cool fluffy piece. The guns on it, the main guns are actually kind of cool. It's just expensive. That's what I think it comes down to.
It's not cost
It's expensive
effective,
and it's not a super heavy, so it can get one-shotted.
Ah,
And
okay.
that's
what we want.
That's the really big downfall of like a lot of tanks. And that's why I bring Predators, because they're cheap, and if they get one-shotted,
okay.
who cares?
Oh,
Like,
sure,
I only
sure.
paid 150 points for this guy, but looks though, it's a friggin' 10. That tank looks cool as hell.
Dude, when it was allowed to play in 40k, it was annoying as hell too.
Really?
Oh yeah, because like in
even know it
certain
was-
legions, like Iron Hands and stuff, it got it could be repaired, it could get +1 to hit and all this crazy stuff, and it was just like this giant monster vehicle that you're just like, I don't want to deal with that, you know.
Yeah. That's just the way vehicles kind of suffer in Heresy, is they can be one-shotted.
Yeah, because it's just like when I used to play in 3rd and 4th.
Yep.
You just pop them with a good roll.
Yeah.
There used to be, you know, like you could, like I remember, like you'd stun it. Like I remember one game I had a tank that was just stunned like the whole game.
Yeah.
Never died, just stunned.
Before they didn't have hull points.
They didn't have hull points, so
yes.
if you didn't blow it up, it was just there.
Yep, that's why the guard always in the guard I had like 15 autocannon teams.
Okay, yeah.
Because it was the point was you just stun lock it.
Yeah.
Like so you're just trying to hit tanks to get them to stop shooting.
Yeah.
not
Don't
necessarily
move, don't
kill
shoot,
'em.
just sit there. You
And keep taking it while you take objectives and stuff.
Yeah. So I mean,
Russia's not liking me.
so it's good that they have like they have a certain amount of life to them now. You can one-shot them, or you can just plink them away depending on how well you're rolling.
Yeah, personally, I'm not building any of these new legions with like a bunch of
Vehicles.
a bunch of dreadnoughts in mind.
Oh, okay.
They're kind of they're a crutch, and I want to test myself and see if I can.
He's calling me out, people.
No. Did you? Oh, you didn't get any. Oh, you got 2 in the starter box.
There's 2 in the starter box. I have
Okay.
I have a total of 4 contemptors, if you will.
Yeah.
2 that are Sons of Horus.
Oh yeah.
And then these 2 will not. I'm not going to buy the extra bit to make them look like, you know what I mean, the Forge World
Oh,
bit.
the $50 for like a
No,
chest
well, they're
piece.
31, but
Yeah,
I'm not
that's-
going to pay
not
that.
worth
I'm
it.
gonna they're gonna
Yeah.
keep them plain. But then I
Okay.
do have 2 Leviathans over there,
Oh, you got 2.
and I do have
Okay.
2
Damn.
transports. So I have a little bit of vehicles stuff.
2 the Spartans, or you got Rhinos.
I've got 2 Rhinos. So
Ooh, that'd be good just to put tactical squads in.
yeah,
move
around the board, give a
Yep.
little extra protection.
Put a multi-melta on every Rhino.
There you
It
go.
doubles the cost of the tank, but it like triples its killing capacity.
Oh, these guys got Volkite pistols. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, they can. Serpentias.
Serpentia. So here, we're gonna start putting these guys together.
Oh man.
This is
No,
we could spend a whole week building all this, I think.
Oh yeah, this could be like an all-day thing.
Oh yeah, like I mean,
Uh-oh. Thanks for chatting with us, Robert.
yes, man.
Get back to
Catch you
work.
later. Enjoy your work.
Don't let the midness of Kratos turn your way, because that's probably what I'm gonna buy next.
midness is not being mid tier is not a bad thing.
It's not, because that's what's fun. Like it's still fun and it's capable of doing stuff.
Yeah, I'll need to pick up at some point some predators. You know, just to because they're kind of cheesy and I like cheese.
Yeah, they're very cost effective, man. That's what it is.
yeah.
Especially just doing like we were talking.
They don't live
autocannon
long,
bolters.
but they can do some harm.
Yeah.
Right, that's kind of what you want.
Yep.
So.
They go in. I mean, I do the Melta ones all the time.
Oh, I hear you.
That one's a little too efficient.
You're like, oh crap.
Yeah, I feel a little bad bringing those, but
Yeah. Well, you know, if people know you well enough, then they should just try to bring meaner lists. That's the
yeah.
answer.
Well, and that's why I like Adam that was on with the Ultramarines.
Yeah.
Him and I have played so much when all the game stores and stuff were closed during COVID.
Yep.
You know, we were like in our little bubble playing all the time.
Oh yeah, he was a real nice guy. You know, so.
Oh yeah, he's if I bring a meaner, if like we were both trying to bring more fun, like he had a bunch of newly painted stuff.
Oh, sure, yeah.
They wanted to bring out, but if he hits me up and he's like, "Hey, let's like play a game," I'm like, "How do you want to play?
Yeah, there you go.
Do you want to play a game or do you want to drink beer and pretzels?"
I love it. This is the way.
How in the hell?
Let's see here. Oh, yeah, these are the famous dual shoulder pads, right? So.
Yep, just use
Oh,
plastic
weird.
glue.
Oh no, that's exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's so
I went and
weird.
bought 4 bottles of glue because I was like, I have so much to do.
Yeah, before like when I got up, I saw you had a text from you saying I'm buying more glue. I'm like, gee,
Yeah,
it's
well,
probably wise for how much you got there.
well, dude, like JCD and Hobby, after dealing with me for a month of buying glue, they're like, we're out of glue, so they purposely now have the box out front and then an extra box in back for what, just so because I'm always buying glue. Because I'm constantly adding armies and models and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm their glue guy. Like, they're like I remember I came one time and they're like, we haven't seen you buy glue in a while. I was like, well, that's because I'm in the middle of painting right now.
They just know you as the glue guy. Oh my gosh.
Well, now they know me as the sponsored glue guy. So, yeah, we probably should talk to Army Painter about sponsoring us with just glue, maybe. I don't know. They probably want us to use their paint, too, though. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
But I've never used their paint, but I've seen some of their products. Like, I don't like their spray can, their rattle can.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
They take a lot of effort to coat things. I was pretty disappointed with what I saw, with that. But outside of that, I can't say their quality of their paints. I know there are people out there, even Ninjon, who's used it from time to time on some of his videos, that has shown great results with it. He just says you have to kind of get used to the paint and learn about its strengths and weaknesses, if you will.
Okay.
So I mean, it's not like it's unusable. It's just knowing how to use it.
That's interesting.
I've
only ever heard people use their speed paints, which I guess are kind of like
now
contrast.
they have their
They're
contrast
kinda like
paints. They
contrast
just launched their 2.0 version.
Okay.
So they've got over at not Monument Hobbies, but at Mayhem's right now, they're giving 50% off of the 1.0 speed paint. So if you're looking, that's a good place to go. We do, even though we're sponsored by Jay's, we do support local businesses, and Mayhem's is definitely local. So if you're in the area, they've got paints for a good price over there right now. And then right now, if you're looking for CD like video games, JCD and Hobby's doing a huge sale this weekend on video games, new and old. So new and used, if you will.
Yep.
And so a lot of
they've
stuff
got
going
all man. They don't mess around. They have a huge selection out there. At
They
Jay's.
really do. They really, really do.
And Mayhem, even though they don't sponsor the channel, they've sponsored my painting classes in the past.
That's true. They have, haven't
So
they?
they're cool. They're good people.
Yep. One day we might work out a relationship with them. I just didn't feel like we're ready for it. To have too many masters in the local scene, if you will. They're just it feels weird to have sponsors that are exactly the same in a lot of ways. 'Cause then you're like, well, then how am I saying they're both the best?
Right.
Like this feels weird.
Yeah.
And I just
No
like
kids.
I
It's
like
like
it.
having two girlfriends.
Yeah,
They're both the same thing in essence, but
We wouldn't. We'd have to not tell them about each other.
something feels wrong about it.
Yeah,
There is.
That's so funny. It's like, oh man, well, I don't know why my car gets getting keyed.
Yeah.
It's like real.
Wow,
problems.
that sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Oh no, I've been lucky in that regard. I didn't have a car.
You were driving their car.
Oh man.
So yeah, no, I was.
You were the scrub.
I was good looking but poor.
Oh, okay. Don't talk in the past tense. You're still good looking.
Woo!
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, do they still love me? But yeah, sometimes you just gotta I want to make sure my wife still likes me. I bring out some other woman just to see what she does, and and then
Just test her response.
Yeah, and then she's not responding. I'm like, damn it, I gotta go do something.
Well, it's like your immune system, right? You gotta test it with bacteria from once in a while,
Yeah,
right? Or
yeah.
else you get weak and.
Yeah. Now she says stuff like, "You're making me uncomfortable with talking about other women." I'm like, "Damn it! I wanted you to be like, grab a knife and be like, who is she?
I want you to fight for me.
Yeah, fight for me.
Where is she?
Yeah, exactly. Come on, baby.
The Batman.
I know my wife would probably kill another woman if she came at me.
Oh man.
She's got 4 different black belts and
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, she does have an extensive closet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had to make a joke of that.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. But let's see where I'm looking for. I do kind of like that they're raising the sword. You can have a Volkite up, a sword up. do like my orcs do, bolt up.
Yeah,
Oh, they do have a sword like
They have a one they can hold.
You could easily just put a spear in their hand and and make them a golden Keshin, man.
Yeah, you could convert them. The biggest thing is you got to figure out what to do here because on the golden Keshin bikes, they just have a big vent here. There's no.
Oh, because there's no gun.
There's no gun. They're.
Oh no, it's like a frag. It is a gun, but it's not like a bolter. It's like
I guess I didn't look at all the stats on them. But their primary job is to outflank and then charge vehicles, and knock out your armor while you're moving towards their other bikes. You know.
Yeah, I just hit up some Eldar players and be like, "Hey, you got any shining spears left over? I don't know. Are they like in the meta anymore?"
Right now they're just okay. They I mean. The thing with when it comes to the elves is almost everything in their fucking army is good. Excuse my language.
Oh.
It's just good across the board. So it's hard to make a bad list. It's mostly just being a bad player kind of situation with them.
Oh man,
get it out of our system before we're monetized.
That's why I didn't mess with.
Yeah,
I need to work. Normally I don't swear this much, so I'm hyping up.
Yeah, I'm the one you gotta worry about. Oh my
but
God.
yeah, if we get monetized, which we'll find out in a month, then we'll worry about how we're talking, I guess, and all that.
Until then,
let's go.
So this is guy is the sergeant. Okay, cool.
There you go.
I was wondering, I have an extra chest piece. I was like, oh, it's one for the sergeant.
There you go. Oh man, once I get these bikers done, this should fly along a little bit here. Might as well get this mounted units done. Oh yeah, in 2 hours, we're not gonna get enough done. Oh well, I always had this dream.
what time is it?
Oh, it's 1:10 or 1:13 or whatever.
Oh jeez, yeah. Man, time flies when you're free.
When we're streaming,
here...
it blows by like crazy fast. Every time it's like, oh, it's already time to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Got to go head out and put some yard work in, have some fun rest stream. Thank you. Great having you here. See you next time.
Yeah.
Let's see. A lot of people came and hang out today.
Yeah,
it was nice.
man.
It's nice when the stream's busy. Let's see here. Okay. We're almost there. Another leg done. Whee. Okay, this goes this way. No, that way. Okay. Oh man, yeah, we're gonna have these guys. It's gonna depend on a few things, like because I really want to get some work done on GSC, so I'm kind of torn like what I'm building, but we'll see. Try to at least get the bikes done tonight. I've got to finish orcs. Once the orcs are done, we'll just kind of have to jump around a bit.
Yeah.
See what we can get done.
What's an easy army to start in Horus Heresy?
Great question.
That is honestly a very good question because you really want to look at a legion that can get this starter box because it's so much value in this.
Yes.
$300 for a rule book, a giant tank, a dreadnought, 40 guys.
40 guys,
and
10
characters, and 10 Terminators. Yeah,
it's a great box.
Honestly, Sons of Horus, I think are one of the better ones because
they use this type of armor.
They love Cataphractii armor because you can paint these Cataphractis black and with and put a little top knot on them from like a Chaos Space Marine.
Yeah.
They're just staring Terminators, which are an excellent choice to have.
Yeah.
And regular Marines. I was helping 2+ Tough make a list for tomorrow.
Yeah. Is he bringing Abaddon?
No, he does not have him. I don't know if he even has.
He sent me a picture and I thought he had him. He sent me a list of all of his units. I swore I saw Abaddon.
I only got a list. I didn't get a picture, so I was kind of working on that. We
can
change
go for it
when we get here. But
it don't matter.
But the Sons of Horus really like having like veterans, so you can do like a Pride of the Legion. Have your normal bolter Marines be veterans with the Bane Strike bolters, which have breaching.
Oh yeah.
That's probably because this box, I think, will give you a 2,000 maybe 20.
It's a lot of points in there, but I don't think it's 2,000 points. Well, with the Terminators, it'll punch up.
If you're running the Terminators as just staring, they're a little more expensive too.
Yeah. I'm thinking.
So I think it gets you. Because that's essentially what 2+.
It's going to be. It's 250 points worth of the basic Land Raider. You throw the Terminators in it. That's going to
350.
It's 350, but not when it's attached to a unit. It's cheaper.
No,
same
cost.
I don't believe you anymore.
So I know there's the Land Raider. There's the Land Raider Proteus, which is a small one. The
Yes.
Spartan, which comes in this, is 350 no matter what.
I got you. Yeah. He's a liar, people.
The two, and actually, Land Raider Proteuses are actually like 220.
Oh,
They're
nice.
not 250.
Okay, well, let's just see here. Let's see. Dedicate. Oh, okay, so
Fact
there.
check me.
Oh, so there's two choices. And so the Proteus is the 220. Yes. And the Land Raider Spartan is 350. So
Okay.
if you were to do the two together, you're like 600 points plus
Yeah.
of just regular Cataphracti. And then if you and then if you start like doing
If you run the Marines as veterans, they cost like they're
a little
the
more.
cost almost.
because you could do 2 tacticals, 2 veteran.
Yep.
Or that'll punch it up.
What I think would be cool too is if you can find like you can do 120-man tactical squad.
Yeah.
2 veteran squads in your Pride of the Legion that gain line.
Yep.
Because only 2 of them can. Then you got a couple of characters in there, run a Praetor, and you've got 2,000 points plus a Dreadnought. Like
You're gonna definitely be there.
yeah, you're definitely getting 2K
These are
games,
great-
and that's what we
great
started
first
playing
games.
on this channel. Was
Yes.
2K, and those are fun games still. Those are
Yeah, you have to pay attention a little bit to balancing a little bit because it's easy to be too swingy.
the
But
Spartan is a lot of points for that level. But if you're putting good stuff like Justerians,
if you were to bring
that's
two,
that's not bad.
if you brought if your buddy bought a box and you bought a box and you built it all and you went head to head, it'd be balanced. I feel you're looking at more balance.
Oh
there.
yeah, for sure.
If you start
yeah.
dipping into Forge World and all sorts, you can start really tweaking the unbalanced part of it, if you will.
Yeah.
Stuff to be aware of.
Yep. It's honestly, you can. I think right now in the Heresy, as long as you're not spamming dreadnoughts.
Yeah.
You're
thinking the Contemptors are really good, right? Or is it all dreadnoughts?
Contemptors are the ones that are like really cheap.
They are cheap point
They're
wise.
under 200 points for like an amazing loadout of like, or I think it's right at 200 flat is Magna Melta, and then the Fist with a Melta gun in it, and it's just too good.
Yeah,
and trust me, it's too good because I have 4 of them.
For the Leviathan though, like box one, I've kitted mine out to be shooty, so they got the
okay.
You know, so that way melee wise it's not a thing that's just running around just reaping the board, if you will.
Yeah.
But they're providing that firepower that's needed in the list.
Yep. And they're going to be super tough. You know, it's
they're
not
not going to just die.
Yep.
Yep, exactly. So I agree with that. I mean, you could take stuff that's really good and tone them down.
Yes, exactly. Like, and what I like to do with the Leviathan is give it every upgrade I can, so it is kind of it's like 315 points, I think, fully kitted out.
Oh, I got you.
That kind of helps balance it out because the real thing is just the Contemptors are too cheap. And having Brutal 3.
Yeah.
Brutal is the name of the game, man.
I think part of the reason why they made them as affordable as they did is because they wanted to. They had them in the box. They wanted they're kind of points balancing to get them in the box. I think that's ultimately what affected their thing. Let's see, because of 10th edition, and 40k has changed a lot for me to keep up. That's why I went to Wars Legion, which has been a lot of fun. No, I get you. The thing is with the 40k, you just keep hammering away with it, keep playing, and you'll be fine.
Especially at the speed that they're doing updates.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it feels like it's been a while, but 10th's been out for 6 weeks, maybe. I don't even know if it's been.
I have lost track. It's been out for a minute, that's for sure. And now I'm lost a steering wheel. No.
Hey, you pulled me.
They have
all
wheels?
the things to drop.
Normal height for those?
Oh no! Yeah, the shoulder pad's actually 2 pieces. It has an under piece. These ones here. That piece goes on, and then the other piece goes on, and I think there is a left and right.
Is the arm too
I'm
high?
going down in the basement.
No, I don't think so. No, because but there's a piece that goes under that shoulder pad. There's 2 shoulder pads. So there's
that one probably.
No. Not
it's
the big.
this
Aha! I
piece
found
here.
it.
61.
Oh, there we go. I'm back from the
61,
basement,
and then
people.
60 is probably on the other one. Yep, there's 60. See how that little notch on top?
Yeah, I see him.
Though, and then that will like lock onto them. If you get that clipped out, I can show you. They do kind of clip in there weird. I actually built my first one without that under piece, and it looks kind of funky because the arms look super low, don't they?
Yeah. You know what's going to be really interesting? I probably need to look into getting someone to 3D print me some legs after this because I'm going to have, like 40 Space Marine torsos, but no legs. So I'm gonna have to get.
No, you come with just enough torsos. Oh, for those
The conversions,
yeah,
because those are all torsos.
Oh, so you can't put those on Mark 7s.
I have no idea what
Because
these aren't Mark 7s though. You're talking about
these are or Mark 6. Sorry, Mark 6. The legs are attached to the torso. They're
so I'm
molded together.
so I'm
you
gonna
have to buy more.
So I'll have to buy some Mark 4s. Is what I have to do.
I might buy if I need more Mark 7s. I might if I buy some Mark.
Well, this is fine because then that allows me the problem I was running into was being able to build heavy squads. You know, so this will give me that.
Okay.
So we'll see. I'll just have to buy four boxes of fucking Mark 4. Excuse my language again. As we get demonetized.
They're 20 guys in a box.
Oh, it's 20, so I just need 2 boxes. Okay, that feels better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that works.
Actually, they're actually not. It's $80 for 20 guys.
Yeah.
So
I know who to talk to.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I got a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah. When you're building armies the speed and size that we are, like you got to know somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
That can just help out in times of need.
In times of need. Okay, so we're gonna get some these that guy mounted.
So I'm guessing we're kind of like that.
What the hell?
Yes, the bottom one should go out a little bit further.
This has got
that
me
was the one thing that I screwed up.
Am I supposed to put something else in here first? Oh, is this what that is? Sorry, I'm like trying to. Oh, I see now. So this slides in there. I kind of screwed up a little bit here.
Now.
Okay, so I got to pull you out of your bike. Sorry there, bud. Rip you out of that seat. Put you back.
You're not going to glue them into their seat yet, are you?
Why?
It'd just be easier to paint them.
I don't do sub-assembly.
Don't?
Real men don't sub-assemble.
Whoa! I've got literally a pile of like just backpacks and
real men don't
pads.
Sub-assembly. Who the hell? Yeah, what's wrong with you, bro?
Quitters.
Yeah. God, I had so much respect for you until just now.
How do you? Oh man, you guys haven't painted Titans.
Yeah, well that's different.
Yeah,
that's a big ass model. That's a whole nother game. Yeah. I mean that model. I don't know. Like I know.
It's a blast. I'm having a blast. Like every time I pull it out to do a little work on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh boy, this is like the ultimate hobby thing to do. You know.
That's funny. Okay, so now he can hop in his seat.
Oh, plus the Legion models are cheaper than 40k. Oh yeah, Legion is pretty cheap to get into.
Yeah, no, we don't disagree with you, bro. We get it. We get it. You know, for sure. You know, not every game is in everyone's price range, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, whatever suits you best.
Well, and that's kind of another reason why I want to why my goal is to have every Legion. So like, we can do like events where. You know, hey, you don't have an army, you can still come out, learn to play.
What I like is Horus Heresy is actually one of the cheaper, games in this genre, really.
Yeah, as long as you're not going crazy with like some legions, like we talked.
You can definitely go crazy if you dive into certain things.
But also, like I've kept my legions relatively cheap. What I've got like the old starter box dreadnoughts. They're only and they were basically free with the box. All these guys here, I mean, it's $80 for 20 models. I think that's pretty unheard of in 40k. And you're getting Space Marines nonetheless. So.
Oh yeah, where's the other? Is he wearing double? No, where's the other shoulder pad? I'm missing shoulder pads. There they are.
Stubby heads or stubby helmets?
Stubby heads or stubby helmets? Well, these guys, I think the stubby head, like these heads will be fine.
Okay.
Because
it's easier to paint that way.
Yeah, and they're it'll definitely fit in there better too.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, you got to make sure you put the head on before the.
What?
Well, we're gonna find out right now.
I'm thinking Tartarus. The other.
Tartarus. I got you.
Following the book, man.
One day I'll have to get a box of Tartarus to add to the batch, but for flexibility's sake. But yeah.
I didn't realize. I thought I had more. I only have 15 Tartarus Terminators.
Oh.
I was a little sad when I started pulling them out of the box. I thought I had like 20 or 30.
Like, where my baby?
But I do have like something like 40 Cataphracti.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Cataphracti are because the Cataphracti can't do the sweeping advance, right?
Yeah. So yeah, when they win combat, they can't run you down, which is why I've never used them.
But they have the invulnerable save versus the other side where they don't have it. So it's kind of a give and take.
They just have one less invulnerable.
What?
It's
you mean
a
there's
4-up versus a 5-up.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's weird is in Imperial Fist, you can get their Terminators can get a 3-up invulnerable, which is insane.
The Huskarls, I think, are.
Yeah, 3-up with that shield. They get a 3-up invulnerable save, the 3 rollable.
Yep.
Which is
Vigil Shield.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. They're definitely not a cheap unit, but sounds like they're pretty survivable.
Oh yeah, that's the real point of them is. It's just very hard. 3-up invulnerable is also like very few things in this game can get that high.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. It's super rare.
The militia commanders can get a 3-up, surprisingly
Wow,
enough.
that's pretty amazing.
But it's a militia commander. Do you really want to spend that?
Oh, I got you.
Well, we'll see you later, Jesse.
See
Good to see you again.
Yep, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming to support us. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that button, hit that like button, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Feel free to come back and hit the comment, help the channel get some more views. Woo! Okay, gotta clean these shoulder pads up now. Yeah, the bikes themselves are not so hard to build. It's getting these Terminators ready on the bike.
Are
you still on? Oh, you're building all the dudes.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the dudes kind of ready.
Since there's no hole for it to go, I think we just don't do it. Make it easier to paint. The little shield.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't care about that at all. Okay. I'm totally.
I didn't think so, but I want to double check.
Yeah. Yeah. So, dude, like I don't know, what are you saying? Like 5 guys with the
Oh yeah, if you're gonna start, I mean, just
how many guys should have the claws? What do you think?
What am I? I'm trying to think.
At least half the unit.
You want to have like 2 in each of your 5-man. So you want to have like 4.
So build
like a 5-man unit should be. What I think is good is 2 sets of lightning claws, a chain fist. Or no. Let me see that again. You don't have any Thunderhammer bits lying around, do you?
I don't know.
Because what you want to do is you want to take that sword off of this guy, off his hand, and give him a hammer. And you should be able to just cut it off and put like a hammer bit on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you want a 5-man squad is 3 sets of lightning claws, 1 chain fist, and a Thunderhammer on the sergeant. So the sergeant could like theoretically one-shot a Praetor.
Oh wow!
And he can almost go toe to toe with him because he's got his own 4-up invulnerable. Okay. So like if he has a Thunderhammer, he can fight him.
Yeah. Because my plan is to have the 2 different types of Terminators. One set that is, just kind of more generic, if you will. They can still be the named kind, but they just don't have the shield. Then the shield kind.
You're just doing 5 of these, and then you're gonna have 5 of the Huskarls.
Well, I have 20 of the.
You have 20, because you have 2.
So what I was gonna do 10
normals,
like 10 normal Huskar without the shield, and then 10 Huskars are with shields. If that makes sense.
Oh, so you're gonna run them as Huskarls?
Yeah, because they have different weapon options. I have to double check.
I don't know what all their weapon. I don't even know honestly if they can take lightning claws.
Yeah, we'll look. Well, if they can't, then they're just normal ones, right?
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with just having like
don't worry.
1 or 2. Yeah.
This is the same dude but different pose. So
I got you.
So I hope you wanted claws on that one.
It's fine. Well, like we said, we got it sounds like we're gonna do 6 claws total. So it sounds like, right?
Yeah, I would do 6 and then 2 chain fists.
And then I'll have to
sergeant.
If I can find those.
Oh, the grenade harness goes on the sergeant. So you want the little thing on top of him. That's the only thing that you're going to want to be on the sergeant.
Oh, that was a sergeant.
Okay.
So that's good.
You know, one with lightning claws, probably.
I don't know. Okay. That's fine. It's too late now.
Yeah, too late now. Yeah.
Plastic, I could probably rip it off.
We'll be fine. Let me try to think here. I'm trying to find that.
You want me to do these 5 with claws then?
Yeah. Do the 5.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find this specific unit here, but the Huskar.
Oh, I think they're a HQ unit.
Oh yes, that's right. They can only be run as. I thought they were an elite choice too, but I guess not.
Nope.
So Sigmund can run with them as Huskarls with him, and then let's take a look what they can do. So they can do Huskarls with power axes, Huskarls with power lance, Huskarls with power maul, Huskarls with sword and shield, and Huskarls with Solarite power gauntlet.
Which is just a power fist.
Okay. It just has a different name, but it doesn't do anything different, is what you're saying.
No, it does something different, but aesthetically, you would just paint it like gold, maybe, instead of yellow.
Okay, any model with let's see what it does. It's strength 10, AP 1.
Yep.
It's unwieldy melee.
Yep. it's like a power fist, but it's strength 10
Yeah, so it's
and AP 1. So against like vehicles, the explodes a vehicle on a 5-up.
okay. So I really can only you're only really looking at likely
At
bringing 5 Huskarls unless you bring one like big command unit.
Which I don't even know what their max is. Their max squad size.
Yeah, let me see. Let's take a look because then
I
then
thought
these
about
will
bringing
just
my books, and I should have brought them over.
because
So.
this guy will just be a regular Terminators then, and then we'll look.
Yeah, I don't.
here.
Yeah, I don't think you can't run too
Huskarl
many
squads.
Huskarls, but
Yeah. I mean, with 3 of invulnerable save, right? I mean, that's probably getting a little abusive.
probably a good thing. You can't just spam them on the board.
Okay. So you can run them in a group of 10.
Okay.
And
So-
just a basic Huskarl shield and sword with a 3 of invulnerable sword, which how basic is that? Is 525 points.
For 10 of them.
Yeah. Versus if you run Cataphracti in a 10-man squad, it's definitely cheaper.
Oh yeah, it's probably
It's way
a
cheaper.
couple hundred less.
Yeah, and you can run that as a 10-man as well. So obviously, because yeah, if you just do power weapon and combi weapon, then we're looking at let's see how many points out of 325. So way cheaper.
The problem is you don't get like enough normal power weapon arms.
Yeah. I mean, you're really wanting to like
Oh yeah, because you're gonna have
because
4 of
lightning
them.
lightning claws will jump this up to another.
Yeah, so he'll have 4. You'll have 4 power swords
So, but it doesn't show that you can do dual power claws though.
for regulars or for
Cataphracti.
Huskarls. Yeah, you should. It might just be a different selection or a different like
Because I'm
zone on it.
because I can put a vigil shield on them. I can put a magma combi. I can put a minor combi weapon, or I can give them none. It doesn't.
Let me see real quick.
Let me look here. Power fist, none. Yeah. So don't do any more. Don't go crazy quite yet.
On the is this the?
Oh wait.
Oh yeah, because you're under melee weapons.
Okay.
It's actually a different model you add to the unit.
Oh.
Cataphracti with lightning claws.
Oh.
Because
So,
you can only take them, I think, in pairs. You can't. Or no, this guy you could take just one. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, you just add them separately. And
Oh, okay. Let me see
40
that.
points instead of 30. Yeah.
Okay. So then we're fine.
So look again at the Huskar. Well, no, you'll just have regular Terminators and then like probably one big Huskarl unit, and the Huskarls can like split into 2 5s if you want.
I gotcha.
So it's just being an HQ. You only get 3 HQ choices,
Yeah.
and if you got
we go.
Sigismund, you're gonna have Sigismund, Fafnir, and a
Fafnir,
Praetor.
Fafnir can't be on the table with Sigmund.
Oh, they just can't.
They can't be on this table together. They're both classified as the same kind of role. You can't take them. I tried.
Like word
I'll
or
sh-
whatever.
What?
Yeah.
No, yeah, you can.
I mean, if I can, that'd be amazing. But it said
Yeah.
no. Here, let me go over here and we'll look. I mean, I'd love to be wrong. Here, we'll
unless they have like a rule that says they can't be together.
So am I doing claws?
yeah. You're good.
Yeah,
You're
you
fine
should be
now.
able to make 5 claws and.
Yeah, because that'll give us 6 claws and we're good. And then let's go over here, back up to this, and then we're looking for Finn. Oh, this time it let me keep him. It's okay. Then that's the plan. Because then I don't have to worry about the Forge World stuff for a little while. Because my original plan was to bring Alex Pollux, because
Alexis, yeah.
Alexis, I mean, because he really buffs the what was it? If Alexis
he does
buffs
breachers,
Phalanx,
right?
Yeah,
Or no,
he does.
He does. The Phalanx ones too.
He can do either because the Phalanx are breachers. They're just elite
Yes,
breachers.
That's right. Yeah.
So he buffs breachers in general. So he's good for them.
Okay.
But Fafnir does Phalanx as well. He can.
Yeah.
So he buffs them as well.
Okay.
So and he's 10 points cheaper. So he's actually more efficient.
Okay.
So yeah. So I'll have Sigismund and Fafnir in there. That'll be perfect. And then I won't bring this right now, just because I'm.
Yeah. So you have Sigismund, Fafnir, and then your third HQ would be the Huskarls.
Yeah, and then so
Okay.
my list will have 20 Phalanx Warden led by Fafnir.
Just one giant blob.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
And then
I
I'll
love
have
it.
Templar Brethren running with Sigismund. Another
Okay.
one just running by itself in transport, like Fafnir, not Fafnir, but Sigismund and one Brethren will both be in transports coming up the board.
Are you got land raiders for them?
No, I'm putting them in the. They can go in regular rhinos.
You can't charge out of them.
That's fine. The thing is, it's just keeping them alive because it's such a tempting target.
Yeah, that's true.
And I mean, I
we
have
saw
big
like
transports.
what was it? Alex did that where like first turn he ran the rhino up and he got out and used it as a shield.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool too.
That game was that game almost went one way and then his dice started failing him again.
Yeah, I know.
He was really putting up a much better fight.
Oh man,
but
I know. I was really excited.
But in that list, I'm gonna field 2 Contemptor Dreadnoughts from this box, and then 2 Leviathan Dreadnoughts with just pure shooting, and then 2 Sky Hunter units.
Okay.
So so it'll be a little bit of speed, a little bit of
you got a little bit of everything in there.
Yeah, and we'll try it out, and then we can tone the list down as we see how good it is, like pulling out the Contemptors and putting in more tanks.
You know, when you and I play, like if we do like our like fists and world eaters, like we can
brawl,
we can get nasty if you want. Like I mean, because
you're like, this is what it's supposed to be. Yeah, something crazy like that. Where are the hands here? Like, I feel like my boys are missing hands.
They're probably the things with 5 digits on them.
Well, if you want to get smashed, if you're looking for a good time, you've come to the right place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I will slap some fools.
Oh, I know. I probably deserve it. My wife's probably like, oh, God, I hate you.
Oh, that
stupid jokes.
She's like, you joke. Oh, shit. I see now. So there's hands on some of these and hands on not all of them. So this one's
the handlebars?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's fine. It didn't dry enough yet.
Oh, good.
So I just pull that. We'll have one guy wielding a sword in his hand, kind of thing, and then the other one will just have it on the handlebar, which is that's a good look. But oopsie.
Well, good catch.
Yeah. I think I did the same thing when I built my Ultramarine bikes.
Dude, I got too excited when I was building my orc bikes, and I forget, like most of them are like just holding double like a weapon in each hand, so they're on their bike like I believe, just riding at you.
Mark, take the wheel.
Exactly.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just so hilarious, and I love it. It's just like, here we go, dude. I love when I read more about orc lore and like the fact that they see the rip in the universe as Mork's grin.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, that's Gork's. Yeah, it's Mork and Gork, and then that's Gork's grin. And the reason why demons are coming out of it is because they taste bad. So and that they're sending them to make orcs stronger.
Oh my!
So Orc's seed is like, oh our god. So Orc's prediction of the future is that the end times are coming, but it is the ultimate wall, right? Their gods are going to physically arrive and fight beside them against everyone.
That would be kind of cool.
Now,
yeah.
A mix with lore in this is that the lore comes back saying that what was it I was thinking of? Oh, it's the protocol that was put into them from the old ones. That was the Necrons are waking up. The orcs, that's why the orcs were becoming extremely powerful. Is because as the orcs, as the Necrons wake, the orcs are activating and starting to become bigger and more powerful and all that. So it's an interesting combination of what the two things that are going on, right?
Yeah.
So I like this idea that the orcs are powering up as the Necrons are showing up.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
Very interesting lore stuff. Which the more, and that's what keeps me in this game is just whenever I feel a little bit like, oh, I don't know, I might be getting a little burnt. I go read some lore. And I'm like, I'm fired up again.
Yeah, that's cool. I want to do that now.
Yeah, it's like, let's go. So, and orcs to me always bring me joy.
Dropper bottles were supposed to be superior. It's just exploded on me.
Oh no. Well, they have their weaknesses too. Let's be honest.
Are you not supposed to shake it?
No, you're supposed to shake it.
Well,
but
the tip's still dry. Sometimes you gotta poke it.
Yeah, you gotta give it a little poke.
Oh,
it's kind of a thing.
I took the lid off and it just like went everywhere.
Oh,
well, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't speak to that, sir. Just try harder not to be bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm good at. I'm good at one thing, being bad.
He's like, oh, I love it.
Oh, these did not prime very well.
Oh man. So my wife and I are talking like when we go to Warhammer Fest next year, like our big plan, at least that we're hoping we get to go. We should. We got to renew our passports. God, we got to do that today. We get our passports renewed, and then our plan is that we're gonna get to a soccer game this time. We're gonna do a soccer game as well. We don't care if it's women's or guys. We just want to see a soccer game in England.
Yeah,
that's what we're about, right? So I'm excited about this possibility. Do you guys think what are like big things that you'd want to do if you were going to England for Warhammer Fest? That's the big question.
I don't know. go to Warhammer Fest.
It's funny. We got to level up our friend here with get him a job that pays a little more, and then he can come with us and do the Golden Demon in England.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Because I mean, I think it's interesting with the Golden Demon is like, yeah, you're there to have your model judged, but you have to be there the whole time. There's no like wandering off kind of thing. You got to be there for the victory time. You can't just drop off your army and just send me a letter that I won. Kind of thing.
Oh, and you can't just mail it in or something.
Yeah, you have to physically be there. They have a whole check-in process. Like I got to watch and everything. So yeah, no, they take it pretty seriously.
I mean, it did look pretty serious because right outside the Heresy stuff at Adepticon, they were doing Golden Demon.
Yeah.
And like people are wearing gloves and shit. Like,
oh, they ain't playing.
Yeah, they don't mess around with your models. They're like
a lot of respect going on.
Yeah, which that's a huge thing, I think.
As you would hope, because
If
60 to 70% of people putting those in there has put like hundreds of hours into those. So like, I would hope they would wear gloves.
Right.
Oh, is this a foot pedal? Oh no, not again, Steven.
Just gotta believe.
I gotta believe in the heart of the cards, apparently, and then I'll be fine. Sorry. Bad reference, maybe. Good reference?
That's
I don't
good.
know. Okay. For that younger
We're
generation.
gonna add Yu-Gi-Oh to the stream now, guys.
Oh no.
Dude, I played Yu-Gi-Oh for like a weekend. Like I got like, well, see, I bought some cards. I was into the cartoon, and I was like, okay, I'll buy some cards, and I definitely felt like an old man showing up. I was in my, you know what I mean? When I wasn't even that old yet, but a lot of kids playing it, right? But I ended up ordering some cards off of eBay, and it turns out they were these Chinese printed cards, and they were legal, and it was like,
oh jeez.
People were like, oh, your cards are fake. I was like, well, I'm not trying to trade with you or nothing. I just want to play the game.
Yeah.
I played the game a little bit,
I got the heart of the cards.
It wasn't my game, if you will, you know what I mean?
Well,
not for me. Much respect to those people who seem to like it, but not for me.
I played it when it first came out and did I got state champion trophy.
There you go.
Whoa.
Let me just try hard over here.
Yeah, it was.
It's casually. I used to play. I won your competition. There was the entire state, but no big deal.
Yeah.
I've won a few card game tournaments in my day, but yeah, nothing.
Because the trophy was like the pyramid thing in like a case.
Oh,
in a glass case with my name engraved on it.
Yeah, sexy time.
No big deal, but
you are the Yu-Gi-Oh master.
There you go. Oh, forget this. I don't like the way this. I should have just left that alone. Sorry, I'm mumbling to myself like, God damn it.
Nope, I don't think I'm gonna paint those separate. I can't hold the dang. I just wanted to get the shoulder straps, like the straps.
Yeah.
On their chest.
Okay.
I always end up getting silver everywhere, and I think I'm just gonna start gluing stuff together now.
I did better at the beginning here. Now it's all falling apart.
I'll retract my sub-assembly is for coward. I mean, not fully, partially.
Partially.
If it's a Space Marine and the arms and gun are over the chest, I will leave that off. But then I'll do the chest first and then glue it on.
Oh, there you go. Let's get this plasma weapon off just in case, because this will. I mean, it's probably wise to magnetize this to save money and all that. Right, guys? What do you think?
Yeah,
One day I'll magnetize these bad
when it comes to models anymore, like I would just magnetize always.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It is
whenever
the best way.
Possible.
Sometimes you get burnt out, but outside of that, yeah, it is nice.
Oh, it is time consuming, especially if you're doing literally everything.
Yeah, I don't magnetize everything, that's for sure. But vehicles, they are a must to magnetize. There's some great Horus bits in here, so I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna keep that.
Oh man!
But well, it's good to have two tough with a Horus Heresy army, so then I can kind of not worry about it. But I was hoping I'm gonna have to see if I can get him to pick up those the command squad stuff off me. Like, hey, bro, then I can focus on the next army instead of worrying about Horus.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool if you could get that off you.
Yep. Okay, I'm bad about this, but let's get these out of here. We'll see what he does, right? For sure.
Okay, can I build 6 models in 2 hours?
6 models and
we'll see.
Yeah, we're going. If I can just get these first 3 bikes done, I'll be in a good place, I think. That's for sure.
Man.
These Terminators definitely are really not fiddly, but so many pieces.
Yeah, for sure. This is a big project, for sure.
I did not look at these shoulder pads, and they did not prime well at all. They're all dusty.
Oh no. Go back over it with some with the wash or something.
Is that the Oh, it didn't even like adhere. Look, the
Oh, no.
plastic's coming through.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's weak. The hell is that? So these guys can carry little flamethrowers. Interesting.
What
I
am
wonder
I
what
gonna
this
do?
goes to.
Yeah, this looks bad.
Yeah, that sucks.
I've got an idea. I'm just gonna probably have to reprime all of the, or prime it again.
Yeah.
I got an idea. I'll do it when
Oh,
I
I
get
see.
home.
The pistol goes on the side of the bike. Okay, that feels a little better about that.
Okay.
Oh, that's why
Should
it's
do
like
something
that.
else.
I'm finding all sorts of surprises with this model I'm building. Like, oh crap. I kind of went off the rails of following instructions, and now I'm discovering I have to fix some things. Like, oh no, Mr. Bill. Let's see.
Okay. All right. We'll just rethink that stuff.
He's rethinking it, people.
Yeah. Oh man, this is what I get for going too quickly.
Or yeah, when painting late at night, things happen.
Yeah.
I've done some serious late night builds, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh crap! I wake up in the morning, and everything's backwards or something wrong. You're like, God damn it!
I've done that too. Like painting something, and like you wake up next morning, like I should have just slept, and then I would not have to fix all this stuff that I, didn't do good on.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
my eyes were failing me because it was 3 in the morning, and,
Yep, exactly.
which is like noon for this
Okay.
guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine if your bedtime was 8 p.m. and
Okay.
because I usually go to bed at about 8 in the morning.
There you
So
go.
right when we're getting on Facebook to message you.
Oh
You're like,
yeah.
I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, I love messaging.
No, I got a sleep mode on my phone, so like I don't get
Yeah, I tried to wake him
notifications.
up. It don't work.
Yeah.
He knows it too.
Yeah.
He's like, God damn it, Steven.
Leave me alone.
I'm sleeping, bro. It's like, I know.
Yeah, but like when we go to stream, like when we get here like an hour early, like I'm like getting up
Yeah, yeah.
and coming straight here. you
Oh,
know?
yeah. I hear that. Yeah, it's crazy. Get you on a day shift as well, brother.
I know. I need to. Problem is the money's good.
No, the money's that's the hardest part. Like I make less money as a nurse working day shift. I mean, no doubt about it. But there's definitely the positives
Yeah.
of being awake when your family's awake and all that.
Yep.
So can't deny it too much.
Okay. These guys
Let's
are.
see. Yeah, I'm not-
Wasaka.
I'm definitely not worried about what these guys are carrying for pistols. Well, the nice thing is I can put these little pistol sacks on the side, and they can just say whatever they are.
Yeah, you can just
They're
I don't know why you. Honestly, I think. Oh yeah, I think a lot of people save the Volkites
Yeah, yeah.
to
Put on.
them on like regular infantry.
Yeah, that
to
makes
make,
sense.
Like destroyer, like some destroyer squads can get.
I mean, this comes
get
with
those.
3 Volkites, so you can make 1 destroyer squad for sure, right? With that, in theory?
Well, destroyers have 2 of their gun or 2.
2 Volkites each.
Yeah, they do 2 pistols.
Well, that's fine. When I make a second army, I'll have it.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Just decide who needs it. But yeah. Okay, that goes there, and then there's this piece over here. Oh man. Yeah, my wife went over to Costco to get some goodies, so
Ooh.
she's making some killer food. Dude, she's been making some killer dishes. She's a little mad lately because I'm been working and she's working, and so it's like, and our daughters are kind of helping keep the house clean, and so she's been a little frustrated with cooking, right? But then she makes the best fucking food you ever had, and I'm like, do you really want me cooking? Because this shit's amazing. I was like, I'll cook, but every time I cook, she's like, it could be better. I'm like, I know.
I
but
know.
I'm not
You
as
could
good
have
as
cooked.
you. Like when she makes it, it's like, damn, like legendary level food. So, a lucky man.
Yeah.
Marry me, a Asian lady kicking my ass, both emotionally and in my tummy.
Good. You deserve it.
I deserve it. I deserve enough of it. I remember one time she was like, "Why won't you let me be a tiger mom?" I'm like, "Cause my kids need to live. Don't kill my babies."
My kids need love and affection.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
I'm throwing stuff at me.
I probably am bouncing off the wall over there. Yeah, we're gonna. If anybody's got any suggestions of how we should do with the back wall, let us know. Now that I'm thinking of it,
Oh yeah.
we've got some ideas with the back wall. Like, dude, I have an idea that's kind of. I know you'd hate it, but I want to take the back of all the boxes we have, and drill them into the wall, and then put the box lids on them, and just have like Horse Heresy and, So
Yeah.
it'd be kind of, you know, it would look like a wall of boxes just behind it.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a
Not totally against that.
I had that. In my
just a
studio.
random idea that popped in my
Yeah.
head, you know. So it's like maybe.
Maybe this.
Recycling, guys.
Well, it's hard because like ultimately the goal is to have our own studio that we're doing a lot of things out of, and it's kind of like how much patience do you have, really, right? So.
Well, and that's the thing is like, you know, we can do what we can to make this place as good as it can be.
Exactly.
You know, there's no reason to just be like,
And
oh,
then,
we're almost to like having a full. Nope. Just
yep. And when our wives kick us out of the house, we'll open a studio and we'll live in there.
yeah. We'll
One
live
room
in-
is where we sleep, and it'll be
Yep.
like, you know, those surfer movies from the '80s where everyone's in that sleeping in the watchtower kind of thing, and then it's like surfs up, and they all go. It'll be like that.
Yep.
It'll be Warhammer.
Warhammer, but
like,
way more nerdy.
Way more dirty. Be like, let's go! It's tournament day.
Tournament.
Everyone in the truck. You know?
Yeah, load the trailer up. We're going to Houston, or
Yeah, we'll go and do something, right? Oh man, we'll get an 8-passenger van.
yeah,
Team
man.
load up. Let's go.
Get a hitch on there.
Yeah.
Bring our terrain around, and
There you go. Yeah, that would be hilarious. Okay, so that's all established. Now I got to make another bike.
We don't have to grow our hair out like surfers, though.
yeah.
I love it. Like, let's do this. Oh man, I mean that's basically what Art of War does. They're all living out of that. A lot of them are living out of the same house together. You know.
Do they really?
Yeah, they got a house together in Florida, dude. That's where they got all the models, where they train, they film. I mean, if I have a dream, that dream is getting on the Art of War team. I just got to work real hard at getting better. You know, get to that level. That's part of the reason why I want to take the coaching class. One, because I can bring, you know, gain knowledge back to our people, and then, you know, at the same time just getting better, right? So.
Yeah. What exactly is that you're doing?
So yeah, the coaching process is that we're gonna meet 3 times a month for 45 minutes, you know, like via Skype or Zoom or whatever, right? And then we're gonna talk about army lists. We're gonna talk about, you know, success, failures, and all this kind of stuff, and kind of focusing on you know, an army and working, you know, through a list, you know, and how to play better and whatnot. Because I feel like there's little things I want to see what they're seeing and what they're thinking when they're playing, right? And
Okay.
you know, because I noticed like when I play like Kyle, who's an amazing player and who also went through this coaching process, like every game he plays, he has the same game plan. You know, it's like me, I tend to like flow with the punches, but he just plays his game. You know, and it's your goal is to break him out of that. And I kind of want to have that kind of mentality, that kind of way of playing. You know.
Okay. You want to get the right mentality.
Yeah, so that's what I'm kind of looking at and gearing up for, if you will. So, you know, and then I really like the Art of War guys. I've made friends with them, and I chat with them off and on here and there. So I figure this is a good way of building relationships with them and going from there. So, and one of my good friends is on the team too. So it's like, bro, I want to be on the team with you. You're my friend. You know.
Yeah, man, that sounds super cool.
Yeah. So. And then I think if it does work out, then it helps the channel as well, right? Because Scary does his own thing, you know, and he's part of Art of War and all that. So I think it's something that you know, can meld
definitely
together.
Something to come back here and
kind of help everything in every way.
Yeah,
So,
because
you know,
you can help, you know, people watching, you know, our games. Like, this is a good way to, or this is the mindset I'm in.
Yeah,
right
because we're already adding a lot of content for our Patreons, and this is a way to add have more inspiration for that. So what's that like? Because next week we got Kyle McCord going to be going over building a list 101, which I'm going to have him come over hopefully Tuesday or Thursday. I got to double check with him and get that hammered out, because that's going to be really great to give people insight on, you know, where you're going for how you're looking at it when you build your lists and all that. So, and we're going to do that for the next 12 to 14 weeks. So we've got a lot of stuff coming on. Last week we brought on Travis, because he's very good at player place terrain, and had him talk about it, and we're kind of going through those motions. So I got another guy who's really good at you know, like counter plays and stuff like that. I want to bring on and have him talk, and so yeah, lots going on.
That all goes over my berserker head, man.
Oh no!
But I am in the that's kind of how I approach the going into a game, is like, you should have a plan with your army list on how you want to perform on the table, like what your objectives are. Yeah, there's objectives for the mission, but like, you know, you need to go into it with a game plan and not just, I'll figure out when we roll the mission, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And the reality is, what the missions are the day before because you get your player pack and stuff. So you can sit down and talk it out what the plan is, and that's what I've done in the past, and it's been very successful. And there's missions that have a certain way you're supposed to play it, right? Like you don't need to be overly aggressive in certain ways because achieving certain things is going to happen, right? Mm-hmm. And so then it's knowing where you need to push, where you don't need to push, versus, I don't know, I'm just going to attack.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing of like you don't want to like overthink it and go into it being like, oh, I have no idea what I'm doing. I need to think real quick.
Yep.
And then taking half your game not really playing.
Yep.
And that's why like having that game plan ahead of time.
Yep.
Just makes you don't think about it. Your opponent does something, you're like, oh, okay, I know what to do in response to that.
Yep. And sometimes you just ignore it because it's like, oh, that doesn't affect my game plan. I don't care about that. Let them chase that carrot that doesn't have anything to do with you in a sense.
Yeah.
And it's important. And for me, I make a lot of my decisions during my player's turn. While they're moving and I'm watching, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to have to counter that. You know what I mean? So planning in their turn versus, okay, now it's my turn. Now I should think about what I'm going to do. No, you wasted a whole lot of time.
Yeah.
Already. Because I've had people ask me like, how do you play games in 2 hours or I've done games between 1.5 hours, max 3, and that's because of my opponent, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you play so fast? And it's because I make my decisions in your turn. You know what I mean? And I come to the table with a plan, and things like that. And then, like you said, and then when you show up with a plan, the clock doesn't matter anymore because if you've done your reps, right, and your plan, you're going to play your game. And, the only thing that's going to slow you down is your opponent. And that's fine. That's what the clock's there for. Let them slow themselves down.
Hold them accountable, not you. You should never fear the clock.
Exactly. No. If you do things right, the clock is no issue at all.
Yep.
I don't even practice with the clock anymore because every game I finish in time. So, I don't even worry about the clock. I've had one guy that was like, forgetting to switch the clock back to me and stuff, and that's why I was like,
no.
And it was like he was burning my time and stuff, and
still didn't matter.
And whatnot, and and that's why I was like, he's like, oh, dude, I'm like, that's why clocks are stupid, because unless you're like obsessing over it, it's like you forget.
Yeah,
I got other things to do, like playing the game,
like winning.
But there's too many. The problem is you run into people that just stall and purposely run the clock down, and they try to put you into a panic mode.
Yeah.
And so it's just like stuff you have to be aware of.
Yeah, and like how to respond to that too.
Yeah. I tend to put pressure on them. Like, come on, man, you need to pick up the game. We're going too slow.
Yeah.
And I just constantly remind them, like, and there's a benefit to that too, because then they start getting flustered, themselves.
Yeah.
It's all a mind game. When I play an actual competitive game, I talk to my opponent a lot. I want them like. I'm trying to
second guessing everything.
Oh yeah, I'm like.
I want them second guessing, even come to the table.
Yeah. Well, and I want them like thinking about different things. Like, well, while they're trying to make a big decision, I'm like distracting them in a sense. I'm like, yo, dude, did you see this? Like over here, that's pretty cool. Blah, 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 you know what I mean? And they're just like, hold on, man, I gotta think of this. Yeah, but check this out first.
Yeah, check this out. Yeah, look at this picture.
So I'm playing mind games the whole way through.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a complete distraction.
My favorite is when someone does something, you're just like, it's like nothing else. So they're like, wait a minute, what?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're gonna do that? Ooh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those ones too. But yeah, Kyle's gotten used to me. He doesn't. He just ignores me now. He's like
that doesn't even interact with you.
Well, he interacts. He's just like, that's interesting, Steven, and he keeps going. like come on, pay attention to me. I need you to focus on me now. He's like, no, I'm playing a game to beat you.
I'm not falling for your dang games.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, I got all the red on them.
And then people like to make fun of me because I like to tell them, like, sometimes if I get a bad feeling in the game, I'll be like, oh, I think I lost. And then all of a sudden I'll win. And people will be like, dude, you're such a baby killer. You tell everyone they're going to win, and then you beat them.
A baby killer?
That's what they call me.
I've never heard that.
That's what my nickname competitively is, the baby killer.
Oh my gosh. Jeez.
They like Steven always lulls people into this, like, oh, Steven says I'm going to win. Everything's great. And then he beats me. And so that's where my nickname came from, as a baby killer.
Wow.
I can get it because orcs are like babies,
Yeah, we're not killing the orcs. We're killing them. But it's just funny.
Orcs kill babies, though.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if they taste good.
I bet you they probably
if they taste good, the orcs are willing. But you don't hear about orcs dabbling in eating too much. They do eat people from time to time, but it's not their primary focus. You know,
Their primary focus is why.
they want to stab you in the face. That's their primary focus.
Yeah.
The eating part is more like when they're bored. Yeah. So yeah. Let's see here.
Forgot a color.
Let's
I
go.
will have these built in time. Oh no, we're already over time.
It's well, there. We can go until people have to go, kind of thing. So,
I'm good.
I'm just gonna keep going for now because here we are,
Yeah.
and it's we're in the groove, if you
Yeah.
will. But yep.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I gotta pick my kid up and I gotta leave 4:30.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we got.
That's
I don't see us staying that long.
Yeah.
That because
Kinda
your
wanna
wife
finish
working
this
today or
character.
something?
No, she's out shopping, so the
Oh,
kid's at my parents' house.
Oh, I got you. All your
I
parents
do
are
need to
local.
go back. I do need to go home and respray these shoulder pads because they are bad.
Oh wow.
I'm actually I'm concerned if I can save them, and
That
then I'm
sucks.
gonna have to get some other alternative.
It's sad.
Yeah, that sucks. That happened.
Yeah,
You done fucked up, boy.
I did. It was probably because it was too humid out.
Yeah, it's
that'll
not
do
the
it.
best weather for
And-
painting right now.
And I just had them loose in a little box.
Okay.
And I think it's just all the overspray stayed on because it's only a little lip on there.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think it just must have caught the overspray. I'll spray them again, and hopefully whatever is on there will
Oh, I
get
think I've
cemented down and smoothed out.
I hate it when I
was
always
doing
mess
so
up.
good. Come on, where'd it go?
I always hate when I mess up the first model.
I was doing so good. Where'd it
Oh, come on.
go? I was doing so good.
This guy's getting banned
Yeah.
from the channel.
Oh, it's right there. Oh,
We've
Good
been
thing
lucky
you
with
got
finding
20
stuff
Good
lately.
thing you got 20 of those things.
we need to get a different color floor than gray.
Yeah, gray with gray models, right? This is the problem. We're gonna have a problem.
What color should we make the hobby room? Let's make it plastic gray.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is the way, people.
Ordered the paint from GW. I want my floor to be exactly like a sprue.
I went sprue gray.
There we go. I fixed that one. I'm happy now.
Oh, good.
Okay.
I'm glad you're happy.
I don't believe you. Oh no, let's see here. GW is really good at making models so much more complicated than they used to be. It used to be so easy to put a model together. You're like, bloop, bloop, done.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Now these models, you really have to pay attention. You can really screw something up these days.
And I don't know. I get torn on whether I like that or not because it seems like we're getting higher details in them,
Yeah.
but it's also why couldn't you get this detail and make it more modular?
Yeah. I don't know. That's
I'm
those
not an
technical
expert, so I
challenges,
don't
right?
know. But
Yeah, and we don't get to ask those questions at DW, so they keep a lot of things secret, right? So
yeah.
who knows?
Sometimes I never paid so much money to be so frustrated in my life.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes this model's terrible. Screw you, GW. Let's see here. Okay, steering wheel. I like these bikes though; they're gorgeous. I'm honestly glad that GW decided to pull all of the Horse Heresy models out of 40k, just so that we can actually have models. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
things were just people were playing these in fucking 40k. It's they're finally the bikes are here. No.
Yeah, and they're just taking all the stock, which I mean is good for the 30k game because people are buying stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. But
Hella
Yeah.
bits.
oh yeah.
But then it's well, we're not really. No one's actually playing it.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
it's hard to gauge real interest in it,
Oh, exactly. Yeah. And sadly, it does feel a little bit like GW might have forgot about Horus Heresy for a bit, which is frustrating.
Well,
in its own way.
it's an addition change. I'm taking it in stride.
Yeah, no, I get you.
It's just like when Heresy got real big last year. There were a bunch of people playing it.
Yep. No, I don't disagree with that. So I mean, there's people that own Horus Heresy armies for sure. It's just, and that's why I'm glad we're kind of giving this the attention it needs and allowing us to be, not just a one-trick pony, if you will.
Yeah, it's good to just have variety.
Yep. It's let's go. I think this is.
Am I building this Contemptor? What am I doing?
Yeah, build a Contemptor if you want. I mean, is there one in front of you? I don't care if you build a Contemptor.
Pages in front of me, so.
Yeah. I mean, if it's there, build it. Find it. I mean, that's 2 boxes just flopped out. So, yeah, next month's giveaway, we're going to find out from Jay soon, but we are adding in 2 other giveaways. One is directly going to our Patreons, which is this Commissar limited edition guy. And then we've got, for our regular people, we got a Horus Heresy box. Core rules book we're going to give away in addition. So we got a lot going on for this month coming up for giveaways, I think. It'll be nice.
I got a tanky tank.
A tanky tank. You can build that too if you want.
Yeah, build Spartan.
That's probably easier. Let's see.
Yeah, the Contemptor's like,
Let's see here. He's going to say something.
It's kind of a weird sprue, because like if you look at the sprue, you're like, this doesn't look like it's going to be a dreadnought. But then magically it becomes a dreadnought.
Oh, it's one of those type.
Yeah, because it's like a bunch of little pieces.
That's how the Demon Prince was. It was like these little pieces, and you slowly put it together, and then finally it's like, aha!
Finally, I have a Demon Prince.
Yeah, it's like, I have a torso now. And so forth, right?
This looks dreadnoughty. This piece here makes me think of the chess piece.
Yep, that's one of them. And then...
He's like, I'm up for a challenge.
The next one, yeah. And I think it's just those 2 sprues.
That's not too bad.
Well, that's not that bad.
Well, I'm used to, like, in the Betrayal at Calth, the original Heresy starter box.
Yeah.
The Dreadnought's body and legs were 2 pieces.
But that was like a board... Wasn't it like a board game, though? Like
That's what it was originally made. Yeah, I mean, there was a board game with it, but the rules for Horus Heresy were out. You know, it had been out for a while.
So it was a way to get models.
It was the first plastic kit, and then it was, I think their marketing thing was like, well, let's make it a board game for people that buy it, don't want to play Horus Heresy, but it's a board game.
I gotcha. Interesting.
And then that's how Prospero Burns?
Okay.
Burning of Prospero.
Okay.
Did it as well. It was also a board game.
Oh, interesting. So they kind of, this is the first time they just went like, yes, Horus Heresy.
Yeah, and it comes with the rule book, and because all the books used to have to come from Forge World.
Oh yeah.
That's another thing I forget is like, you want a rule book? Like, cool, buy the Forge World.
You're like, no.
Yeah.
Foot option.
Let's see here. Where the heck? There you are.
Yeah, it will eventually become a dreadnought.
That's what we're saying. You might want to build a tank.
What's different between these 2 different feats?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about the Forge World one was it was way easier to build.
Yeah. Even the Leviathan, I thought the Forge World one was...
I hope they bring the Dorado over at some point, but I suspect it won't be anytime soon, you know?
You would think they would, with the Leviathan and the Contemptor being over.
Yeah, they probably don't want to totally diminish Forge World, but yeah.
Well, I can only see, like, as a whole, the company's going to make more sales if it's in plastic.
Yeah, don't disagree with that at all. Don't disagree with that at all. Get some of these sprue lines off here. Get it cleaned up. Man, those Terminators look good, though.
Thanks.
They look good. Yep.
They look like chunky boys.
Yep, those chunky boys. Let's see. This goes here, if I remember correctly. Yes, it does. Yeah. Let's see. What do we got going on? Chat's died down a little bit. We got some people watching, but not saying anything. But we're glad you're here. Thank you for hanging with us while we build in Horus Heresy and painting Horus Heresy. Oh, man. We got so much to do.
Yeah.
Dude,
it's going to be awesome having all these. It's going to be awesome having more armies to play. And
yes, it'll be nice. Well, we're going to have the first round of, what are we going to call it? I'm going brain dead here. One half of the poster boys coming up for Horus Heresy this Monday, so that's awesome.
Yep, tomorrow.
Yep, it's coming so fast.
Yeah.
But we're glad to have
it. See Sons of Horus out here.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do. Never, you know.
Yeah, I don't, and the weird thing for me is like I've always played World Eaters. Like,
yeah.
I don't ever get to play against the traitors. You know.
Yeah. Well, after you play, I know after you played. After you played the Ultramarines, you were like, oh, this is what it's like to play other groups. I like this. You know?
Yeah, it's cool. I personally, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, which is important, right?
Well, yeah, especially important for here. Like,
yeah, it'll be a little rough.
It's just fun learning a new army, learning a new thing. This is how I can get my challenge, mentally.
Yeah, and the nice thing too is if you learn how other armies play because you play them a little bit. I've beaten some armies purely because I knew what they wanted to do.
Oh,
I was like, I know what this army wants to do. You're never doing it.
I'm never gonna let you do it.
Exactly. I literally stomped several guys because they're like, "Oh, why won't you let me get close?" I'm like, "Cause that's what you want." I'm like, "No, I'm running away, cause this is the way."
Especially with like reactions and heresy, I think knowing like or having that like firsthand knowledge of playing the Legion is like
Oh yeah,
can help a lot of like I know what you want me to bait out.
Yep.
I know what you're gonna let me bait out, and
Yep. Oh yeah.
So this is a weird off-topic thing related to Star Wars.
Uh-oh.
So you just said this is the way.
Yes.
Like how the Mandalorian, they're like, this is the way. That's like
Yep.
their thing, right?
Yep.
yeah,
I learned the connection of that to the real world.
Oh, tell us more.
So obviously, like the Mandalorian, the show is like very tied in with like Western and samurai
Yep.
movies, right? And so Miyamoto Musashi and like Bushido and stuff, they used to call that just the way.
Oh, sure.
No.
Yes.
And so this is the way.
is that what Bushido means?
No,
It's
essentially, yeah.
Yeah, I think or that's like the at least a loose translation of it.
Yeah, it's a very loose translation, but like that's like where it came from. I was like, okay, well that makes sense.
Interesting.
Yep. So no, it's
Never
it's
thought
definitely
about
cool.
that.
Well, we know you don't do a lot of thinking, so it's okay.
Nope. That's why I play an easy Legion.
He's like playing these other legions.
It was really funny when Heresy 2.0 came out and everyone's doing like, here's my tier ranking of all the legions, and they're like, World Eaters are mid. World Eaters are super mid. And I'm like, no, they're not. And I'll go and beat the pants off almost anybody.
Yeah, it just depends on how you build them, right? I mean, if you build them in a friendly way, they probably are a little more mid. But if you play them in a mean, build them in a mean way, they can do some serious harm, I think.
Oh, yeah. I think they're just one. I think in general with Heresy, like, if you've got like a really cost-effective thing,
Yep.
you know, you're playing 3,000 point games. If you have like a unit that you can get for like 200 points,
Yep.
that's really good, and that's like your average unit cost for really efficient stuff. You got 20 good units in 3,000 points.
Oh yeah.
That's a lot of just value on the board, and I think that's the way I look at like army building for that.
Oh,
is
I see.
Just go for that value
Yeah,
as much
yeah.
as you can.
I mean, that's exactly what you do in the competitive side. You know, is looking at what the combos are between the units, what's also affordable to play. Because there's some things that are amazing combos, but they're just not points efficient, and so then you're really just asking for trouble, if you will.
Yeah.
Because then people are like, "Oh, I'll take out half your army. That's so amazing," and now you're screwed.
Yeah.
So that can be a problem. Let's see
I got
here.
a foot.
You got the foot.
I think. Oh, I was like, where did this
Brandon,
come from? Is you
he's got-
clipping me?
We've
Oh,
got
yeah.
the foot.
We can do this. Okay, this guy's about ready now. He's got a shoulder pad on. He's all
Golda, biggest armies we have.
Golda. Mine is orcs, bro. I've got orcs at a very high level of amount.
Built or unbuilt? Because if we're doing unbuilt, I have a lot of Seraphon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Like a ridiculous amount.
That's funny.
I think for me it's painted, ready to go. I've got like
Yeah.
I've got 8K, 8,000 World Eaters.
Oh, nice. I'm still surprised
And,
you don't have them in 40.
Well, I have Angron. I have Demon. Demon Angron and normal Angron.
I feel like those 8 bounds
But-
could step in as some of the 30k demons that are coming, I think.
Yeah. So if they make like cool like rules for possessed Marines, I'll probably get them.
Yeah.
But for like just built like to play, I've got something like 15,000 points of Imperial Guard. I think
Yeah,
last time I
that's-
pointed them up.
Yeah, that's huge. So
It's
you've been playing Imperial Guard for a long time.
for 22 years.
So, yep.
Jeez, you're old.
Yeah. Well, I started young. My 10th birthday. I got a starter set, and then quickly started on to getting. I didn't like Space Marines, so I started getting the Guard.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, my favorite brush. Look at that thing.
Damn. Yeah,
This is how you paint white armor, boys.
you got the
With a tiny, tiny brush.
got the cube brush.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's got 4 hairs.
4 hairs left. It's like, dink.
It's like my mustache.
That's hilarious. Yeah, one day you'll be a real man.
Someday. But not today.
Oh, no. Too funny. Let's see here. We got a lot of bits to clean up here. We got second bike basically done outside of the magnetizing, which we'll do later. I think I honestly, it almost feels like, even though we're putting a lot of work in, this probably won't be up and ready for the stream for probably a month. I wouldn't be surprised, even unless we put a lot of effort in, like drop everything and just so.
Yeah,
And that's all right. I mean, they're coming. That's the most important thing. So
it's not like we don't have other Horus Heresy armies.
No, I can always play Blood Angels into my friend. Let's go. We'll do some clashes. And then, of course, sometime this fall, Epic's coming out, and we're going to be really busy.
Oh, man.
There's going to be some serious work going in to getting that ready. No doubt. Okay, so we got you, Biker Boy. We got this. We got to get blades on, so I don't want to forget that.
Big old fly.
Yeah, there's a big old fly on me.
You landed on my hand, too. I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah, we had like a little bit for no fly, and then they're back around again.
Mm-hmm.
They find their way in sporadically. So it's not as bad as it was. There was at one point we had horse flies and regular flies in here. I was like, these guys don't eat me. Oh, there's what I forgot on the bike. Okay. These little wings.
Do they have like hussar wings?
I don't know what these are, but they're wings. Yeah, they've been drinking Red Bull, baby.
That's what Trevor's gonna be doing on the way home.
It's really sad that they don't have these in 40K. I mean, I don't understand. I get, like, it's weird. They went kind of in two directions, right? They're like, oh, technology's degrading. It's not as good as it was in the Horus Heresy, whatever, blah, blah. And then you start seeing them now updating, and things are just as good.
You know what the lore of, like, Volkite weapons are? They are death rays.
Yeah, they're outlawed, right?
Like,
they're just straight outlawed.
Yeah, they're illegal now. Like,
yeah, some things are... But it's weird that they're illegal when you think about Horus Heresy, right? And not just Horus Heresy, but I think about 40K. Where war crimes are happening like regularly. But yeah, I hear you.
Every day for some legions.
There you go. Dude, they're like, I'm listening to like these legions that are these kind of unknown progenitors legions that are like the Minotaur, and there's this other one I can't remember.
Oh yeah, and you're like, it's like, no, they're not unknown. They just have traitor gene seeds.
Well, there's
they
one.
Can't be good
there's
guys.
one that is another like kind of. They just kill everybody. When they show up there, they just kill. That's their whole thing. And they're descendants from Imperial Fists. So
really?
there's some of those. And then you get the shark guys. They're like just murderous.
They're like a mix, allegedly, aren't they?
I'm not 100%, but that one they're not sure on. And then of course you got like the Blood Ravens, which are a video game one, and that now had rules in 8th and stuff, but they didn't keep them going.
Oh really?
Yeah, they actually had their whatever the guys, I can't remember the guy's name anymore. He was actually available from Forge World, so you could actually have him playing as well, and from the video game. They had all that, but they didn't continue it, and you can't get him now without it being super expensive because he's like a collector item now. So
that's too bad.
Yeah, but so they've had some really interesting stuff going around for sure. Because the Blood Raven one, that one they identified as that their founder of that one is heretical. It's the Word Bearers.
Is that what they settled on?
Yeah, they settled on it was Word Bearers because they had an unusually high number of librarians.
I thought it was 1,000 Suns because of that.
So so that's why they have all these librarians and they're very psychically potent. What the Raven Guard are known as, they show up and they're like, they take your shit. They're like, hey, this is a relic and you don't deserve this. Kind of thing.
Because didn't they have a rule, like, in their rules that they made that they could take, like, a relic from another legion?
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Another chapter?
Yeah, exactly. They're just like, this is ours now.
Jeez.
And people are like, what the hell? So, yeah, they're an interesting one as well that you don't see so much. 8K and, oh, yeah, we saw that. 8K and World Eaters. How long did it take that to build up?
Oh, a few years.
Of
painting just for, like, going to events.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because I typically go to, like, Adepticon and Bug Eaters. Those are, like, the two I go to.
Sure, yeah.
And I try to bring, like, something new every year.
Oh, nice.
Like, this year at Bug Eaters, which is Omaha. It's a GT, actually.
Yep.
We did the Siege of Terra, so they made rules for Demon Angron.
Oh, nice.
So
that's why you brought him.
Yeah, that's why I bought him and got him painted up, and it was really fun.
Nice.
I actually got best painted this year,
Woo.
which was kind of cool.
Nice.
I think because I was the only one with a display board.
Well, I know GW rules. I can't speak to them, but GW rules says the display board only enhances if it's high quality. Otherwise, it just purely detacks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they said they don't really count display boards unless it's kind of like a tiebreaker.
Okay.
Don't be bad kind of stuff,
Yeah.
Then you're not getting there. But yeah, at least last I checked. So, but it's still good,
well,
right?
I can understand that from GW, especially because like they're not selling like display board type, materials.
Mm-hmm.
So
except their new terrain stuff that comes in their terrain boxes are the exact same size as the new terrain board, new display board rules.
Really?
So you could technically use one of those as a display board.
Huh. Interesting.
Well, I just used one of the old Cities of Death boards.
That's
actually what mine is. It's got like little gutters on the side, and they're just rivers of blood.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I should bring it over. It
sounds cool.
It's kind of fun. There's like 2 or 3 like pots of blood for a blood god.
Yeah. That's hilarious. I can see that. Okay, so that's most of the bike cut out. Just get this one bike done. I'll be happy. I feel like I've accomplished very little. I got a character done in like 2 bikes.
Yeah, those bikes are really... You got the character in like 10 minutes, it seemed like.
Yeah, the bikes are a lot more involved. There's a lot of pieces. I messed the first one up a little bit, but managed to get it back on track. So yeah, there's these bikes they made them complicated. No doubt.
How in the hell does this leg go together?
As he's finding out with this other one.
Okay, it might be because they have the wrong pieces.
Ah, that'll do it.
Hey, that's what it is.
Like, this doesn't work. Oh, that's why.
I got 2 left legs and
yeah, well, there is two contempors in that box. Well, there is now because
well, the left leg I got the left side of the left and the right leg.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Why won't it work?
Yeah, I looked at the instructions and the sprues for those, and I was like, yeah, I think I'll wait to build this guy.
That's funny. I've built a few models without looking at instructions, and it went well. But that doesn't always happen. So you have to be careful.
Yeah. It's hit or miss.
I did this one. I regret it so bad. Like, I was, I can't remember what the models were now. Probably Orc, know me, but I cut all the stuff off the sprue, had them in their piles of lookalikes and stuff. And then it turned out certain pieces had to go with certain models.
Oh,
It took me forever to get all that put together. It was a disaster. Nearly, really, but
well, you used to be able to do that. Because like they weren't numbered and stuff. And...
Yep. Yeah, they were really mono pose in a lot of ways, if you will. You could put it wherever you wanted, but they didn't really look great.
Well, it was easy to swap out weapons in the old style.
Yes.
That was the big thing that I liked.
Yep, I don't disagree. There we go.
Because when they change the rules, or like a new weapon gets good, like you just pop it off and pop off the old one, put a new one on.
Yeah, depending on what the model is, right? I mean, the cheap stuff I don't care. I'll buy extra, but when it's the expensive models, I'm like, oh, we're magnetizing you, bro.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that's why like with those bikes, I'm like $65 for 3. And
they are
$5
pricey
for magnets.
Oh yeah. The bikes are expensive, so you don't want to play with them.
So
do you own bikes? I can't remember.
No, I do not have any.
Oh, surprise!
They are very, very good for World Eaters, but
there you go. Supplies. Let's see. We'll paint this on. It just hasn't.
I don't know if they'd really fit into the force I've got because all my fast attack options are actually
better
predators.
Oh yeah.
Because I can take a ton of predators.
Well, that's what we talked about. Diversifying, trying them out, see what they can do.
Yeah, and that's what I should do. I really should give them a shot.
I feel like if they're on bikes though, like they should be like weapon skill 5, at least something like that. Something to make them, because they're clearly elite. So you shouldn't be just. If they're gonna only have 2 wounds or something, you know what I mean, and stuff, they should at least be elite and be a little harder to kill in combat or whatever.
A little bit, yeah. Well, I think that's why they got 2 wounds, so it's like you got to kill the guy and his bike.
Yeah. Well, I feel like when it comes to riding the bike, maybe they should be too, they're veterans or something, right? You're not throwing newbies on these bikes. I feel like these are more veteran guys.
Well, but that's the thing though. In the legions, they have companies of bikes.
That's true. So there's some new guys mixed in.
Yeah, they're gonna be. Like weapon skill 4 is kind of already like a good fighter.
Yeah.
And then like 5 is your really seasoned ones, and then 6 and above, or 6 is like your company level leader.
Yeah.
And then 7 is like your like Sigismund.
Yeah.
Like sword, like real masters of fighting.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be fun to see Sigismund take on Mr. Nightlord. See how he can do.
Yeah.
In theory, he should win even with the psychic ability, but who knows? That'd be interesting.
Sigismund will win.
That's funny.
Don't worry.
I watched this thing. I didn't realize Sigismund really fell out with his dad. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because he was, he stayed loyal and stuff, but man, when Rogel Dorn lost his temper and made a decision about you, there was like no coming back. He literally told Sigismund, like, you will function in the role that I gave you, but you are no longer my son. As far as I'm concerned, you're a traitor, but you can tell no one of my decision.
Yeah. And
it's just like, whoa, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And he's like, but Dad, he's like, don't you call me. He's like, I am not your father anymore. It's like, damn. And Sigismund, clearly, he stayed loyal. He kept, he started the Black Templar.
100%.
And all this stuff. And then yet, his dad's like, big middle finger, right, bro? Never going to redeem himself. It's like,
well, wow. And that's the negative side of the Imperial Fist personalities,
Yeah.
Is that obscene stubbornness, like totally unreasonableness.
Yeah, it's crazy how that is, right, in that sense. And I guess and I can be really stubborn, so or have been in the past, so like that kind of mentality can suit me.
Yeah.
I've also been known to have a temper, so that's the other reason why I like the Blood Angels. I'm like, we're flying off the handle, let's do it.
Yeah. Oh man.
Like the Blood Rage. Dude, I watched the new episode they had on Warhammer Plus, where they were hunting down. Well, you don't know they're hunting them down at the beginning, but they're looking for this missing Blood Angel guy, and they find him, and they kill him, like, because he had fallen into the rage, the Black Rage, and they're like, there's no coming back. Like, if you fall in the Black Rage, it's the chapter secret. You're dead.
Yeah.
They don't even try to figure out how to cure it. They just kill you. You know what I mean?
It is like their big shame. It's cool. Reading about Sanguinius and how he kind of struggles with that.
Yeah.
Because it really on Cygnus Prime, it really comes out to. You can't really see this. I don't care. But it really comes to like, he was willing to basically like kill everyone to hide the secret.
Yep.
I'm blanking on the specifics of it, but it was.
Well, yeah, and when they were on that one planet fighting demons,
that's the Cygnus Prime.
Like Khorne was trying to get them to fall.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and they managed to pull out, but it was damn near like they were corrupted.
And I mean, you got to think too, like Sanguinius was like crucial and maybe not as crucial as we think. We'll find out with the books now.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's a pivotal role in the fight against Horus.
Yes.
Because if he did fall to Khorne, man,
Emperor was done.
Yeah, he may not have been able to be there to weaken Horus like he did.
Yeah, so. Put that weakness in the armor and all that.
It could have been totally different.
Yeah, so it's kind of wild, right? So it was definitely pivotal, and the fact that he knew he was walking into his death.
Yeah.
He knew him and Korax. Were like.
It's weird how many Primarchs were like. Pretty psychically.
Yeah, look who their daddy is, right?
Well, yeah, right. But like they all had like
some degree,
some level of like. Angron had the nails, so he was. Angron's done. Angron's the exception to everything.
He's the one where we're like, well, besides him.
Yeah, when I say everyone, I mean all the.
If he had
ones.
psychic, we just don't know because he was too busy raging.
Yeah.
He never could focus long enough to do anything with it, I guess. So. But he's real good at throwing tanks. But later on.
Yep, and lifting Warhound Titans.
Oh, geez. Dude, I loved it when like I was reading the fight between him and the lion when the lion comes back, and they're fighting on the Dark Angels' reborn homeworld, a true corrupted planet, and the fact that like they're fighting and freaking the lion's just dodging, slapping him in the back of the head with his new shield, doing all this stuff, and Angron like falls back, gets mad, and just takes his axe, clips underneath a tank, and just chucks it at him. And then this tank's flying at him, and it hits the lion. The lion's like, "Oh shit, I can't dodge that," and just clap. And then he chucks the tank off, and they keep brawling, and it's just this amazing fight where I'm imagining, like, you just see Angron going, "You son of a, chuck a tank at you, stop being so annoying, like, fight me like a man," kind of thing. So, and the whole thing is like he's doing this to save Dante, right? Because literally Dante rushes Angron, and Angron just claps him, knocks him, like just blap, knocks him out and his special guard with him, right? Like kills almost all of the sanguinary guard running with him. Wow. And then so the lion distracts him, pulls him away, so that the chapter master of the Dark Angels can go over and help, rescue Dante, who's like unconscious on the ground.
Oh, jeez.
So it was like this really like epic moment, right? And Angron's in here just causing hell.
Like you do.
Yep. And what was crazy, like when he there's this device that apparently was trapping Angron's soul, like on Earth for a while, and then the Dark Angels had it.
Really?
Yeah, and it was like this power device, and Angron was in there like kind of like a battery, and finally Vastor frees him from it, and he just like erupts into reality. He's like, "I'm back." Well,
Is that how he like made his debut back in?
Yeah, he just erupts into reality, escaping from this like device thing. It was wild. He just comes in and just wrecking a ship, and he's just like inside this hull of a ship, just tearing it apart, just raging. It was wild. So yeah,
that's what he did. That's what he did on at the siege. Because Karn has to barter with. So Karn is like leading the World Eaters Legion.
Yes.
And the Nails are now like. I mean, like he's almost died like a couple of times now.
Okay.
By the time they get to Terra, and the Nails are just singing in his head, but Angron is like chained in the bottom of the ship and just destroying the ship. And the captain, the human captain, Latara, is like, "Karn, you need to find something to get him off my ship, or he's gonna blow us all into the void." Because he doesn't care now. I mean, he's super gone.
He's really gone.
So he actually ends up bartering with the Night Lord's interim chapter or like Legion Master.
Yeah.
And being like, "Hey, I remember hearing that you have a thing on your ship that you use to torture Vulcan on."
Yeah.
Because he's immortal.
Yeah.
And we need to use that on my dad. And the Night Lord's like, "Okay, on one condition. I get to go onto the wall first."
Oh, is that the guy got gutted?
Yeah, and then he takes one step on the wall, and Ralderon from the Blood Angels is like, "Get off my wall!" And Sparta kicks him off, and
this is Sparta.
Yeah, like the Night Lord like tries activating his Demon Blade, and the Demon Blade's like, "Nah, fam, I'm good."
Yeah, not for you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not for you. Oh no, that's rough. Oh man,
the Night Lords have a really hard time, man, in the Heresy.
Well, and they have a hard time right now. Like they're nearly extinct in the 40k universe. Really. I don't know how they're gonna bring them back. Well, like the only time when they've had pivotal roles in like stuff that was going on with Abaddon's using them as freaking fodder, and stuff like that. He's like, not letting them fight the way they like. He's like, "Get in there, fight," and they're like, "We're dying like bitches," kind of moment.
That's what they do.
So yeah, there's a little problem.
Huh.
So yeah, no, like, that's the thing. Like a lot of, and this is another part of the story that's kind of going on, is a lot of the legions, they become war bands, and then as they're not successful, they're kind of just falling under Abaddon and becoming Black Legion, or they're going over to Huron, right? Because he's his ultimate pirate and having success. So a lot of these legions are just kind of falling apart into other legions, and stuff like that too. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes. you know, for these legions. So even though it's like there's this fear of the you know, the heretics taking over somehow, they're in such terrible shape. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, right.
I don't know how much you have to worry about them. They're struggling to just figure out what they want to do with each other. So yeah, it's kind of wild. That's why I'm curious about the Emperor's Children, how they're going to come back here, because you know they've kind of fallen into this debauchery, right? And they're just like, how many pleasures can I find? They're not really motivated in the same way as like Horus and others are, you know.
Well, I think it's going to be I want to know how many Primarchs they're actually going to try and bring back.
Well, yeah, because I mean, it's
can
hard.
they do all? I mean, can they do all of them that haven't fully died?
Well, that's the thing. Like Vulcan's died. Like he died before fighting the Beast. He died after fighting the Beast, or during the fight for the Beast. I don't know if he came back again or not. I think you know, because I don't follow that story very closely.
The Salamanders have to go and find like 7 forged relics by Vulcan,
and they have they have like all but one now or something.
I don't know about now. I remember back in the day, like 5th edition, they had like half of them, I think.
Okay.
But they probably have more now. But yeah, I know that's where they're at. Is they're just trying to unlock like where Vulcan is.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
This guy is like almost.
He's going
tabletop.
there.
Let's get him some.
Yeah, we're getting there. Maybe I should have done Space Marines. I would have knocked out more.
Well, I mean, but you'll have a good bikes. You at least have like 3 bikes. That's something good to have. Honestly, those Mark 6 Marines go together like a breeze.
Oh, nice. I didn't realize they were Mark 6s. I thought they were Mark 4s, but it's interesting.
Yeah,
that's interesting. But
like
I need Mark 3s or Mark 4s for these guys.
Either or.
Okay.
I think 3s or 4s.
3s are better because of the hammer that's in there, but outside of that.
Yes, honestly, I would get 3s for all of them.
Yeah, probably.
Just because like Thunder Hammers is sick.
Yeah,
Thunder Hammers are just like very, very good.
I never seen you run them though. That's the thing. You're always just chainswords everywhere.
Well, I go for like points efficiency. So like
that's what I'm saying. Don't try to lie to me. Don't lure me out so you can beat me up.
My real like competitive list would be like Angron, maybe like Angron, just so I have a beat stick.
Yeah.
And then 3 chaplains with Thunder Hammers, leading 60 despoilers with like basically no other upgrades.
Interesting.
And that'd be like the first 1,500.
What's so special about the spoilers versus kitting out tacticals in a combat way?
It's cheaper because they come with chainswords.
Okay.
They're the same points cost, but they lose a bolter, gain a chainsword. Yeah, you can pay for a chainsword for a tactical, but you're also giving up Fury of the Legion, like the extra bolter shots.
Okay.
For Spite of the Legion, which gives you an extra attack when you charge a unit that's falling back, pinned, or does not have a character in it. So, like, Dreadnoughts do not have a character in their unit, so you get Spite of the Legion against them. So every charging World Eater into a Dreadnought is 1 base, 2 weapons, 2 for charging.
I gotcha.
They're 5 attacks each instead of 4.
Okay.
So you just get a metric ass load of attacks.
Yep.
That, you know, they need 5s to hit, 6s to wound, but you're re-rolling to get those 6s to wound.
Yeah.
So you can get a decent amount of armor saves going on them.
Gotcha.
So
you know what I really like about the Imperial Fist I was learning? If they're in cover or on an objective marker, they are immune to being pinned, and they can re-roll their and they can re-roll their leadership if they fail on in a combat or something. They can re-roll their leadership.
Huh.
Yeah, if they're on an objective marker. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And what's really neat is if you have Rogel Dorn on the table, the whole army's leadership is 10.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
You're more willing to be like, yeah, I'll hold my ground when you charge me kind of thing versus...
Yeah, especially if you're a 10, man, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I shouldn't fail in theory, but I have rolled plenty of 12s.
yeah. As people that have watched our Heresy games, a 10 is not a guaranteed
Yeah, not with us.
leadership role.
Not with us.
Not here.
We can achieve those high rolls, I promise you.
Yeah.
I remember
man.
even when we did the what if, remember we rolled like 3 more times?
yeah.
I still rolled three
Mhm.
doubles. Like, are you kidding me right now?
It's nuts.
Yeah, that was wild. Wild.
Let's see.
These bikes, I have to say, these bikes are cool as hell, man. I'm really enjoying building them. They are a bit complicated, but damn, dude, they look cool as hell.
And they're huge too. I mean, they are pretty large models.
They're a big bike. I like them.
Remind me of Custodes.
I'd hate to see these as a freaking. Could you imagine if they made Phobos ones, like the new Primaris ones? They'd be huge.
Oh yeah, they'd be like the Custodes.
They're just not. Yeah, you know they're never coming back. At least not like in this fashion. But
no,
holy cow, they'd be
massive.
Massive.
Well, I am at a point where I need to go and spray these shoulder pads.
Okay.
To try and fix these.
Yep.
I think I gotta figure something because I think probably I was overspraying them.
Oh, interesting.
So, and that's why they're all dusty.
yeah.
So I've got like a big strip of tape, like double-sided tape. I'm gonna put that on like a stick.
Yeah.
And then just stick them all onto it so they can't move, and I just hold it up and just give them a good coat. Hopefully that'll bring them back.
Yeah. I think so.
This guy I did not realize is a destroyer.
What does that mean?
So he has the bitter duty special role.
Okay.
So he can only join destroyer units.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So
do you have any destroyer or no?
No, but it's giving me a good. Well, but I could kit some out.
Yeah.
That I could make. They have a special one called the Angel's Tears.
Well,
which are kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, there is a unit that he gets that's this one that only formed after fighting the first demons. In the lore, I can't remember
if
they're
called.
called.
Phantom?
Yeah, the Phantom or something. They're weapon skill 5, 2 wounds. You can run in a 5-man squad with him.
Yeah, they're like sanguinary guard. Basically,
they're super buff.
Okay.
They come with rad grenades and stuff, so they're just gonna come in and hit you hard.
Okay.
So he's got a group that you can make 5 Marines for, just to accompany him, and he'll be a wrecking machine.
Yeah, I think I might use him as because this was gonna be my Praetor.
Yeah.
This guy with just like a big giant spear.
Which.
So I bought
That's
these.
Totally a Custodes looking spear there.
Well, it's built for Primaris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was what. But like I figured on this, he's got the chunky armor.
Yeah.
He's a character. I think he'll look all right with it.
But yeah, but you got the other character too, so which is good. You know, it gives you some variety of possible lists with that.
Yep, yeah, because I've got like 4 characters for the Dark Angels.
Yeah, and then that'll allow me, once this is done, that'll allow me then to work on. I think I will just build a Space Wolves list. You know, because the Space Wolves are pretty active in some of the stories against
So a cool thing about them is actually you can there's I think it's like a Rite of War for Space Wolves where like they're an
Trevor's hot.
Oh yeah, thanks, babe.
I agree.
Yeah,
I do.
It is a consensus around here.
I don't know about his wife, but I'm stealing this man. We're talking about setting up a bachelor pad. It's gonna be hot. All we need to do is that's the one thing that'll be fun though, dude. When we do finally do this, like the official studio one day, and we got a few things in motion, it'd be nice to have like a little 3D printing shop there.
Oh yeah, that we can just run like all.
There's certain things we can just knock out. We don't have to go chase down or whatever, and I think that'll be cool. And,
that's gonna be super convenient because I have a 3D printer, but it's I'm trying to get it back up and running because it needs some TLC.
There you go. Oh yeah.
They're so finicky.
Well, at this point, like if you look at it, like some things, like they're just worth 3D printing. Like when what was it? There's something.
Chain axes.
Chain axes.
Chain axes from Forge World are $5 an axe.
Yeah, exactly. you print that shit.
Like I printed 1 plate of chain axes and I got all my money back.
Exactly, and then you run into that for sure.
Yeah,
it's not good.
Yeah,
but then,
I try to make most of my army like legit stuff. I don't like 3D printing entire models.
Oh, I see.
But like getting weapons and stuff, like I think it's a little odd to buy, a box of Mark III for no reason other than to get a Thunderhammer out of it.
Yeah.
That's kind of...
well, that's a great question about the giveaway. So let's talk about that a little bit here while we're hanging out. So we do our giveaways every beginning of every month. It'll be a hobby hang. It'll be on a Wednesday unless something comes up, and we do it then. So what happens is it gives you a plenty of time to get in, right? Because I feel bad if someone like we just do it like and you miss out because you were new. But with this way, you have plenty of time to get your subscribe to the channel, join our Discord, and then of course Patreons get 2 entries in. We have 4 tiers of Patreons right now, which is a $3, a $5, a $10, and a $20. The $20 gets you access to everything plus a monthly painting class. The $10 gets you access to most things outside of the painting class. And then everybody from $3 to $20 gets 2 entries into the giveaways. And we do individual giveaways for Patreons as well now. They're not like gigantic giveaways, but they're nice.
It's another exclusive thing.
It's exclusive thing.
Just to show appreciation for
exactly,
these guys actually putting the money every month.
Yeah, because right now we got 21 Patreons. They help the channel quite a bit. We love them. So that's a great way to help the channel. And then other ways to help the channel is like, of course, subscribing. Check out the affiliate links. We get little pieces of the action, if you will, from you buying stuff. So lots of ways to help the channel on top of liking, subscribing, hitting the bell icon, that kind of stuff. Now, I know we're getting close to wrapping up because so we're going to probably get there here in a second. But as always, this month's giveaway is Leviathan box set. We've got some AK stuff for our Patreon this month. Next month, we're waiting for JCD on Hobby to tell us what the giveaway is going to be. They give us up to approximately $200 worth of giveaway. So it's going to be something pretty good. We've got a Horus Heresy Core rulebook we're giving away. And then on top of it, we're giving away an exclusive model to our Patreons. So those are kind of the big things that are happening. Here. Yep, this Commissar is going to be going to our Patreons. So a lot of little things going on. This Monday, we are going to have Sons of Horus going into Dark Angels. Yeah. They're going to be brawling. It's going to be great.
That's why they got painted.
Yep,
They're ready.
So don't forget to come and check that out. We got another hobby and hang this Wednesday coming up. We might eventually we'll start throwing some Blood Bowl in there. We got to get rules read up. I know the general play, but we got to get this guy trained up, and he's got to get a couple models painted. Yeah. But we're going to kind of do some of that. But until then, thanks for coming and hanging out. We will definitely see you next time. Next weekend, we're back to playing 40K.
Yep.
And all that. It's just something different this weekend with big tournaments and stuff going on.
Yeah, it's good to have us all hang out though and chat with some
see the whole crew hanging out together, which we don't normally do. Well, either way, thanks for hanging out. This is Steven.
Brandon. Trevor.
See you next time.